Today, I'm going to be taking a 60 overall Kyrie Irving NBA template build and going all the way up to 99 overall. Now, normally when I do these 60 to 99 overall challenges, I don't allow myself to play any MyCareer and not spend any money. But today, I am allowed to play MyCareer, but I'm still not allowed to spend any money, so this is a completely no money spent challenge. So if you're new to NBA 2K26 or you just want to learn how to make some quick, easy VC, I think you'll enjoy this video. So sit back, relax, and let's get into this 60 to 99 overall challenge with Kyrie Irving. Now it is time to go ahead and make our build for this 60 to 99 challenge. As you can see, I don't really have a small guard build on my account. I only have about 4 or 5 builds. So that is why I decided to go ahead and make this Kyrie Irving NBA template build. I wanted to go ahead and do an NBA template build this time around for my 60 to 99 because the last time I did one, I kind of just made my own build. But this time I wanted to use this NBA template build for Kyrie Irving, mainly because it's actually a really solid build. 6'1", 195 pounds with a 6'3" wingspan. We get a 93 driving layup, 96 mid-range shot that can go up even higher with cap breakers. We get an 89 three-point shot that could also go up a little bit higher if I wanted it to. 95 ball handle, 86 speed with ball, and also a 74 perimeter defense. So I thought this was a really solid build. Now I think Kyrie is actually listed as 6'2" in the game, but for some reason they have his NBA template build at 6'1", but you get ankle taker as your archetype name. So I thought this was really solid, and I will not be utilizing legend rebirth in this. I kind of just thought that would defeat the purpose of a 60 to 99 if I just had all of my badges right away. So here we are on the brand new Kyrie Irving build, and instead of going to the city like I normally do with my 60 to 99s, because I normally don't play any MyCareer at all, we're switching it up a little bit and we're going to see how fast we can get to 99 overall this time with a little bit of MyCareer. So I'm going to go ahead and select start my NBA career now, and you will see why in just a second. But looking at the build, we're at a 60 overall. Obviously we have about 8 cap breakers to work with, so that's not too bad. But I also had around 30,000 VC on my account that I needed to get rid of before we start this challenge. So I went ahead and bought a Kyrie Irving jersey. Got him a little dripped out here, looking like Kyrie now in the city. And I also wanted to get some Kyrie shoes, but unfortunately I realized they don't even have Kyrie shoes in the Nike store for some reason. I think you actually have to unlock them from MyCareer. I thought I could go ahead and just create some custom shoes, which I had done before, but for some reason they just weren't popping up in the store. I don't know if you can only have one custom shoe. So I just went ahead and bought some foam posits. Let me know down below in the comments what I need to do to get some Kyries in this game. But either way, we'll try and figure that out later down the line in the video. I went ahead and bought some boosts to get my VC all the way down to 47. And now we could start the challenge. We're not going to be buying any VC throughout this. It's going to be all no money spent. Our first wheel spin is unfortunately 2 times rep, which is not going to help us get any VC, but we went ahead and made some picks on the daily pick'em. That's going to be a good little daily VC method. Get about 500 to 1,000 VC depending on how much ball I know. And then as you can see with the animations, we have all of Kyrie Irving's animations unlocked because this is his NBA template build. So that's going to be fun to use all of his animations, stuff like that throughout the video. And then for our first little amount of VC, we went ahead and performed a T-mote in the city, got 500 VC, and like I like to do with all of my 60 to 99s, we had to start off the challenge by going to the theater and just seeing how the build is feeling even at a 60 overall. So unfortunately my guy or my matchup ended up quitting right away off the bat, so I had an AI on me this entire game, which was very unfortunate because the AI actually knew how to play a little bit of defense compared to a person who's playing on the casual court as a 60 overall. So that was a little bit unfortunate. As you see, I'm trying to get to the rim right here. They're just collapsing every single time. So had to play a little bit of a point guard role in this game and kind of just pass to my teammates and hope they hit their shots. At this point, we're down 12 to 11. But I'm finding them out there again on the 3-point line. And I don't even think I took a shot in this game because I would beat the AI off the dribble, but the guy would just collapse every single time in the paint and I would have to just kick it out to him for 3. Luckily, they were making most of their shots, and you see we're up 17 to 16. They do hit a white because again, we are on the casual court, so those actually do unfortunately go in. Again, I'm getting double teamed. I don't know why. I only have 4 assists, now 5 in this game. Haven't even taken a shot attempt, but we're up 19-18, hoping to at least get a win. I'm double teaming this guy because he has takeover. I don't want him to shoot, leaving the AI wide open. I don't care. We might be on a 60 overall, but I'm on my main account this time for this 60-99 challenge, so I want to try and win every single game and keep my record solid. They ended up scoring right there, so it's 20-19. KYRIE's got the ball here. Got to try and cook up. I'm just looking for this guy because he's shown he can shoot. Wide open for the win, and he doinks it. So now we're down 20-19. Got to try and get a stop, and unfortunately, the guy just gets a free run at the rim, and we end up losing our first game in this challenge. We get 225 VC, so I guess that's not too bad. So I decided the casual court probably wasn't the move, especially right now at a 60 overall. It's just, you're just throwing it up to chance. So I tried the casual court in the park, but unfortunately I just had to dribble around for 5 to 10 minutes and nobody hops on this court at all. I don't even know why they have this court in the game. There's just not enough casual players that actually play park for that court to be in the game. So hopefully 2K learns that and takes it out for 27 or whatever. But I decided to hop on with some randoms on the random court, and it went about as you would probably expect playing with randoms in the park. I mean, the park is just crazy. Everybody is really, really good now. Everybody's either a purple plaque or a red plaque, at least the parks that I play in. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about the park at this current state in 2K26. I just think it's way too sweaty. I don't know where all the casual players are at. Maybe they're in the casual court playing what I was just playing in the theater, but either way, this game did not go well. As you see, I don't have some good teammates. We're down 8-2. I finally get the ball. These guys really weren't even giving me the ball whatsoever. They leave me wide open for a little midi though, and we knocked out our first jump shot of this video. So if anything, at least we got a bucket. We're down 18-10. I finally get the ball again, and I'm passing it to them. I don't know why they wouldn't pass it to me. You see I'm standing wide open in the midi, and he just shoots up another contested shot. Grab a rebound though, after they missed one, and now we're pushing it up, and I'm hitting him wide open in the corner, showing him, hey, I'll pass you the ball. Now you just got to pass me the ball a little bit. I finally gained their trust a little bit, but it was a little bit too late, and we're down 20-13. I miss a wide open 3, and in transition, they knocked down the shots. So playing with randoms, it was a little bit rough, only 139 BC, but hey, we got a little bit of a glimpse of the build, so I decided to leave the city and head into the MyCareer, and now we got to try and get some VC quickly. We need a little bit of boost to our player, but before we start playing any MyCareer, you gotta select GOAT skills, specifically Long Ranger and Greenlight, in my opinion, are the best ones. If you've never played MyCareer in this game and you're just looking for some quick, easy VC, if you just follow the methods that I use throughout this video, you should be able to get a free 50 to 100k VC. So we're gonna go ahead and try out for the Mavericks, obviously because we need to get drafted into the NBA before we start the Out of Bounds storyline. So I went ahead and completed this, just had to get a C+ or higher, and then we're gonna go ahead and select to go to the Dallas Mavericks as KYRIE Irving. Obviously, he's on the Mavericks, so we have to go ahead and do that. So we got drafted by the Mavericks, and this is why you want to go ahead and get drafted before you do the Out of Bounds storyline, because you can change the difficulty now that you're in the NBA. So I went ahead and put it on rookie, and this is just going to make things way easier throughout the entire process, just having everything on rookie, specifically the Out of Bounds storyline. It's going to be on like super easy rookie mode. It's going to just be really, really easy to knock this out. And if you've never done the Out of Bounds storyline, you get about 15,000-ish VC in just about an hour. It doesn't really take too long to just knock all of these games out, but if you don't know, you start out in high school, you just got to drop a bunch of points. It's really, really easy. See, we dropped 59 points here in our high school game, and then we get a nice easy like 767 VC. So that was not too bad at all to start out. And now we just got to go through all of these little quests and everything. It's going to tell us to go ahead and play Nick in the open runs, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Again, this is really, really easy, just a nice quick little 5v5 game. It only goes up to 21 points, so Go ahead and knock that out real quick. Yet again, get another nice easy 351 VC, and then we're going to be asked to join a little AAU team to continue the story. So we go ahead and select the high flyers. That is the better of the two options, if you didn't already know. So there's about 3 or 4 games that we have to play of this, and they're all pretty much the same. So I'm just going to run through these very quickly. I'm not here to waste your time and have you watch me play any type of MyCareer. But if you don't know, there is a nice little method to where you don't really have to even play a lot of these games. If you foul twice, it'll take you out and take you all the way to halftime, and then you just have to play about a 10-minute game. Unfortunately, it's not like the NBA where you only have to play the fourth quarter, but we'll get to that later down the line in the video. So we went ahead and won that game, obviously. 763 VC, not too shabby whatsoever. And like I said, all of these games are pretty much the same. I did the same exact thing, fouled until I got to the second half, and then just played it out and got about 750 VC. So we did that 3 times, and then we got another cutscene where we have to choose to go to Paris FC or Basket Madrid, and Madrid is the better of the two options. Again, if you don't already know, you pretty much just have to play one less of a game. And essentially in these games, I was doing the same exact thing I was doing before. You have to start off by playing a little bit of a team practice, which was a little bit goofy, but it's all good. We end up getting around 10,000 BC, so we can upgrade our player for the very first time. I decided to go ahead with the 3-point shot. I feel like this is always the first thing you need to upgrade, especially on a 60 to 99 overall. So went ahead and got that to a 76, getting us to a 62 overall. And then we just had to knock out 3 more of these games. So again, I was pretty much doing the same exact thing I was doing in the AAU games. Just foul 2 or 3 times, get to the 3rd or 4th quarter, and then just play the game out so that we end up getting all the VC. You don't want to foul out of these games because you won't get any of the VC or anything like that. And that is obviously the main point of this video, to get VC. So we got to make sure we play these games out. Only have to play the 4th quarter, which is nice. And I'm also making sure every single time I get an interview like this, I'm selecting the options with fans, because that is the best thing to do for all of the quests that we're going to be getting later down the line. So if you never played MyCareer and you're looking to do a method like this, make sure you always select the options to get more fans. I'll show you why a little bit later down the line in the video. But we went ahead and completed the out of bounds storyline, and now we're almost at 7,000 VC yet again. So I went ahead and upgraded that 3-point shot up to an 83, getting us to a 64 overall. And since I had some cap breakers, I decided to go ahead and use 5 of them on driving dunk. Now I realize this is a KYRIE IRVING build, but KYRIE can dunk in real life. It's not like he can't dunk at all. With a 25 driving dunk, you literally can't dunk whatsoever in this game. And I just felt like using 5 cap breakers made this build so much better, especially on driving dunk. Look at that. We went all the way up from a 25 driving dunk to a 74. So that is definitely going to help us out a ton, especially when we go back online here just in a little bit at a low overall. Having that 74 driving dunk is going to help out a ton. And then I also decided to go ahead and put my shooting specialization on this build. I already had it completed, so I didn't really want to do playmaking or anything like that because I didn't have any progress towards playmaking specialization, and I felt like shooting made sense. So later down the line, we're going to have some extra badge slots to use. We get 2 more cap breakers that we can use in our shooting. So I felt like that was a good move as well. Went ahead and threw on just some basic rim grazing dunks. And then also I just wanted to point out that I am in a level 30 crew. So later down the line, when we do play a little bit of park with some squad members, we're going to be getting some VC bonuses, which is going to help out a ton. So now it is time to go ahead and start our NBA career. Just going to play a couple of NBA games before we head back onto the online game modes. Go ahead and select second round sleeper. I believe this is the best one to do if you're following along trying to make some VC with me. And while we play these NBA games, we're really focusing on a lot of these quests. We got the GOAT skills that I talked a little bit about earlier. So all we have to do is basically just activate the GOAT skills that we have, and we're going to be getting progress towards these. So keep these in mind while we're grinding the NBA and everything like that. So go ahead and play our first NBA game. Now, if again, you don't know and you've never really played MyCareer in 2K26, when you're playing this and you're going strictly for VC, you want to play out your first game entirely. You want to drop as many points as possible. As you see, I dropped 86 points in my first game. Obviously, it's on rookie mode, so even though I'm a low overall, it's very, very easy to shoot. The GOAT skills also help with that as well. So we get 700 VC from that. And now we're going to start doing some side quests or endorsements that are going to give us some extra VC while we're playing through our first year in the NBA. So once we head back to our MyCourt, we're going to get a cutscene with Austin, and he's going to tell us about endorsements. Now, during this first part of the video, we're going to be talking specifically about this top row of endorsements, and you see why. We get 10,000, 7,500, 5,000, 2,500 VC, all from these simple little endorsements that don't take very long to do whatsoever. The whole entire little line of quests, you get around 50,000 VC just by playing some MyCareer and playing against the CPU. So this was a no-brainer for me for the first part of this challenge. This is going to help boost our player a ton. So we have to go ahead, head back to the open run court, and this is kind of where all of these little side quest missions take place. And we get some solid VC, 392, get some good badge progress. And now we just have to play one more game, and then we'll get a free 1,000 VC just by playing 2 little games that take like 2 or 3 minutes. So hey, we can't really complain about that. Austin's gonna go ahead and text us, and just like that, we've already got 1,000 VC by completing the first part of the merchandising quest line. And then when we head back to our MyCourt, we're gonna get a text from Dion, and he's gonna tell us about the passion projects, which again is just the quests that are within that merchandising quest line that I was just talking about. So for these, there's just little challenges they have to do, like get 4 assists from Colby Starks. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just pass him the ball, he passes it back, and we get a little assist from him. Another nice easy challenge. So we go ahead and finish up that game 21-6, 433 VC, which is pretty solid again for a little 2-3 minute game. I'm not sure why it made me play this game twice. I don't know if I failed it the first time, but I had to play the game twice for some reason. But either way, we ended up getting this part of the passion projects done. Another quick easy 434 VC. And now when we pull up our quests, as you can see, we're on the merchandising tier 2 now. And as you can see, I already have all of my fans that I need for this. We just need to get 100 points in the NBA and get 2 double doubles. That is why you want to select all of the options with fans when you're in interviews and stuff like that, like I was talking about earlier. We also had enough VC at this point to get to an 86 3-point shot, getting us to a 65 overall. And then I decided, hey, let's see what we can do on Court Conqueror. Let's head back online. We're at a 65 overall. Almost got my 3-point shot maxed out. Let's see what we can do. If you don't know Court Conqueror, you play with 3 other players against 3 AIs. So we're going up against Shea, LeBron, and Hakeem. And this went about as you would probably expect, with a 65 overall black plaque build. Let's just say I did not have a good time out here. This was, I don't want to say it was a waste of time, but it kind of was, because there was just no way I was going to get any wins. My goal was to try and win all of the 12 games that you needed to get like a free 10,000 VC, but I just was not a high enough overall to be able to help my teammates at all. And the teammates that I got on my team, I mean, you could see it. I don't know what we're looking at right now. I don't know what that guy was doing, but that was pretty much the entire game. And we got smoked 18-2. I'm just trying to throw up something, get a bucket to go. And Shea was having none of it. He greens that 3, and we lost 21-2 against some AIs. So at least we got a bar completed for our attributes. So we're at an 88 overall potential now. And I also decided in between one of these games to go ahead and give KYRIE some new drip, make him look a little bit more like KYRIE with the leg sleeves, the socks, the little armband that he wears. And now that we're looking a little bit more like KYRIE, I decided to give it one more shot, give Court Conqueror one more chance, try some new teammates, some new opponents, and see what we can do. And unfortunately, it was more of the same. I mean, I'm still a 65 overall with a black plaque. I don't really know why I expected to win any of these games. Luckily, this guy on our team actually knew how to shoot a little bit. He was on a big build, and he actually was greening some of his shots at the beginning of the game, so I was able to get some assists to him at least. We see we're up 11-10 at this point, but unfortunately, his luck did run out, and the guy on our team was, I don't want to say he was bad at the game, but he was just bad at the game. I'll just come out and say he was not good. So we ended up losing yet again, to no surprise, with a 65 overall black plaque in Court Conqueror. Just was overall not a great idea. So we got to head back to the NBA. We're just getting exposed out here. 2 assists, kind of wasting our time, 138 BC. So I just had to get out of there, head back to the my court, and we just got to get back into the NBA. Try to get to maybe like a 70 overall before we head back online, because it just was not working out with our little 6-1 KYRIE build online. We had to head back into the NBA, so we're gonna play our second NBA game here. Obviously, you only want to play key games when you're in the NBA, and we do have those quests that we have to do. So we have to get a double-double twice, and we have to score 100 points. So that is what we're looking to do here in these 2 games. I'm not going to bore you with some MyCareer gameplay or anything like that, but I do want to show you every single thing that I'm doing in this video in case someone's following along and trying to get some VC themselves. But unfortunately, I did foul out of that game. Don't foul out of any NBA game that you play, or you will not get the VC for the game that you just played. I did get some good badge progress, but just don't foul out. Don't get even 5 fouls, or you won't get any VC whatsoever. So I made that mistake once. I'm going to try and not do it again. And after that NBA game, we had to head back to the open run court. You're kind of seeing a pattern here. You kind of play an NBA game, go play a game or 2 in the open run court just to get that merchandising quest line. I'll show you my progress here in just a second, but we played 2 of those games, got 400 VC in each. And now we're going to head back to our board and play yet another key game here in the NBA. Dropped 71 points, 10 assists, made sure to get that second double-double. Now we should be very, very close to completing the quest that we were working towards with the double-double and the 100 points. We get 828 VC. Reading more text from Austin. He's basically just telling us all about that passion project that we're working on. And as you can see, if we scroll down to the merchandising tier 2, we only have to score 2 more points in the NBA to go ahead and secure another 2,500 VC. So I went ahead and played another NBA game. Only got 12 points, but we only needed 2 points for the quest, so that was good enough for me. 693 VC in the bank. And just like that, we have a new objective to work towards. We got to get 2 player of the games in the NBA, and that is actually very, very easy to do. All we have to do is go ahead and sim to our next key game, and we'll actually get player of the game just by simming to our next key game. That is why for your very first NBA game, you need to drop 80 to 90 points a game, because when you sim, your player is going to go crazy because you dropped all those points in your first game. So as you can see, we already are on our next line of quest, and we're going to get 5,000 VC just from that merchandising quest. So we ended up getting around 7,500 VC in like 5 to 10 minutes just from that merchandising quest line. That is why we are focusing on it while we go through our first season in the NBA. So we have 10,000 VC to work with. Decided to upgrade my ball handle up to a 75, getting us to a 68 overall. So we're making some good progress. We got a bunch of new badges unlocked, and we also already have some silver badges. So now we're on to merchandising tier 4, where we have to score 20 points twice in the NBA. Another nice easy quest that we need to complete. So went ahead and did that, or at least I tried to in this game. I don't know why they just took me out. I think it was because I accidentally played a game that was not a key game. So you can kind of learn from my mistakes. Don't play any games that are not key games, because they just subbed me out, and then I just didn't get to get the 20 points that I needed. We got 700 VC, but that was kind of a wasted game. So make sure you're always playing your key games. You don't need to play any more games than those. But we did end up becoming a starter for the Mavericks, overtaking the fake KYRIE IRVING that was already on the team. I don't know who that guy was, but He ended up taking the number 11, which was kind of unfortunate. So I may need to switch teams after this season to get that number 11 for my custom jersey in the park, but we're not going to worry about that right now. The number doesn't matter too much. We went ahead and played yet another NBA game, and now we are making progress towards our passion project, and we're also working towards that merchandising tier 4. So we have one more game where we need to score 20 points. So we're going to go ahead, obviously sim to our next key game, and like I was saying, this is what your player is going to drop every single time when you're not playing. 40 points a game. That is why, again, you need to score 80 to 90 points in your first NBA game. Just wanted to show that in case anybody was a little confused on how I got 2 player of the games without actually playing any games. But I went ahead and played another NBA game. Got 0 VC because I got 5 fouls. Don't get 5 fouls or you will not get the VC. But we get the 7,500 VC for completing merchandising tier 4. And now we're up to 8,700 VC. Yet again, getting us to a 70 overall by upgrading our ball handle and speed with ball. And it was actually the next day or two since starting this challenge, so we went up to the daily pick'em to see how we had done in our first round of predictions for the NBA games. Ended up getting 400 VC from that, so I will definitely take that. Can't really complain about free VC. Went ahead and made our new predictions, and we get 1,000 VC from the wheel. So starting off the day on a good note, and since I was a 70 overall now, it was a brand new day. They had a little event going on in the theater, 1v1 double dunks. So I thought, hey, let's see how the build is feeling now that we're at a 70 overall. We played a little bit online with the 60, 65 overall. Now we're at 70. Let's see where the build is at. And I was actually doing pretty well. I mean, I'm on a black plaque build. That's a 70 overall, so obviously I'm not going to play very tough competition. As you see in this first game, we're cruising along. 15-0, I'm cooking them up. Having that 74 driving dunk, even though we might not really be playing exactly like Kyrie right now, just having that 74 driving dunk is helping out a ton. I definitely am glad that I did that as we win our first game 22-0, and we get 300 VC. I was feeling pretty good. I wasn't really sure how long I would stay on the ones court because it's not really my favorite mode here in 2K26, but we're playing against some, people that aren't the greatest at the game. I'm trying to figure out Kyrie's dribble moves a little bit. This guy's actually playing some solid defense, but luckily I slipped by him right there and tied the game up 4-4. And in this game, I was really just trying to figure out Kyrie's dribble moves. They're definitely not the meta dribble moves whatsoever, so I'm not sure if I'll keep them on throughout this entire video. I'll definitely keep on his jump shot because his jump shot's really not that bad. It's kind of on the slower side, but I'm going to be showing a couple clips where I'm actually shooting pretty well. As you see right there, we greened that shot, so I couldn't really complain too much about his jump shot, but the dribble style and the dribble moves is definitely not the best, so I may need to put some meta dribble moves on, especially once I get to like 75, 80, 85 overall. I want to be able to dribble and actually get some good clips, and having pure Kyrie Irving dribble moves I don't think is the move, but let me know down below in the comments. If you want me to keep all of Kyrie's stuff on for this challenge, I can definitely do that. But we win another game 22-8, getting on a little 2-game win streak. We get set shot specialist up to gold, which is actually going to help us shoot out a ton. Set shot specialist, if you don't know, is easily one of the best badges in this game, and it definitely helps when people aren't even playing. As you see, we're up 16-0. I don't know what this guy was doing. I guess he just wanted to give Kyrie Irving a free little dub, so we will definitely take that. He ends up quitting out of the game, so we don't get to see how much VC we get from that game, but we were just cruising along here on the ones court, and this right here was probably the best game that I had while I was playing on the ones court. You see, he's playing some solid defense, somehow green that 42% layup. I have no idea how I green that, and then we come down and miss that shot, unfortunately. But outside of that, I actually shot really well in this game. You see, he doesn't get that layup to go. We get the ball back, and I'm trying to finish this game with the quickness, greening another shot right there. Up 12-0 at this point, moving around a little bit, almost from limitless range. I think limitless actually did pop up there. So we're starting to figure out the jump shot a little bit, moving a little bit better with the dribble moves, stepping back, greening that mid-range shot right there. And we win 22-0, get another guy to quit. And like I said, we're just moving along here on the ones court, snatching back greening that shot. I really think it was the gold set shot specialist that helped me start shooting a lot better, especially online. Obviously in my career, I can shoot 90 to 100% on rookie mode, but having those badges in online helps out a ton. We're up 19-3 at this point. Why not shoot another 3, finishing off yet another game on a little 5-game win streak in the ones court, cooking up with KYRIE IRVING. And as you probably noticed, I do have a bar of stamina. I didn't really talk about me going to the Gatorade facility to get my workout warrior or anything like that, because I already have it on my account. This isn't like it's a brand new 60 to 99 account. I decided to do this challenge on my main account because normally I do it on a brand new account when I'm doing a 60 to 99 overall. But this time, since I'm actually playing MyCareer and just trying to get this 60-99 overall done as quickly as possible, I didn't have to make a brand new account and do all the workouts and everything like that in the Gatorade facility. So if you're just curious about that, that is why I already have a bar of stamina. Unfortunately, did end up losing that ones game, so we hopped out and we're at about 4,000 VC. So I thought that was good enough for now for the online game modes. We have a couple more quests we have to do. We need to play another NBA game and get at least 25 points and 12 assists. So that is exactly what I did. Played another NBA game so that we can now unlock another 10,000 VC just from playing, you know, another NBA game. It was just too good to do when I was not playing online. Playing MyCareer, it can be boring at times, but getting 10,000 VC just by playing a 5-minute MyCareer game, it's just too good not to do, especially when you're doing a little no money spent 60 to 99 overall challenge like we are doing. So essentially for the rest of these games, I just had to play, I think, 1 or 2 more, and then we just have to complete our passion project to get that 12,500 VC. So we went ahead and played our next key game. I think this was actually the last key game for the first half of the season. So we went ahead and played that. Ended up getting 0 VC yet again because I got 5 fouls like a dummy. So like I said, don't get 5 fouls or foul out in your NBA games, or you'll just waste your time like I did. But now it is time to start our second half goal. So we're going to go ahead and select Rival Ruckus for our second half of key games. And then in between, before we start that, we're going to go ahead and head over to the open run court again to complete our passion project or get close to completing it. I think we have to play with 1 more NBA player to go ahead and complete that. And I also decided to head over to Lethal Shooter for the very first time. Obviously, we want to go ahead and select 3 weeks so that we get 3 weeks of lethal zones. I think you only get like 100 VC from completing this, but getting our lethal zones all the way at the top as a guard is going to help out a ton. And now it is time to play our first game of the second half of the season. And believe it or not, I did it again. I got 5 fouls and no VC, but that, I guarantee you, is the last time I will be doing it. I'm locked in now on the NBA games. It won't happen again, and we're gonna get that 700 to 800 VC. But it was a brand new day, so I got some VC from the daily pick'em. And for our daily reward, unfortunately, we only got 10 jump shot boosts. But we're all the way up to 21,000 VC after completing all of those quests in MyCareer. So we're able to get to a 72 overall by upgrading our speed with ball to a 77. And now we're gonna step back onto the park, this time with some squad members. We're out here with Young Dirk and Cole the Man. We're out here with the homies hooping out here on the park. And these games were interesting to say the least. I mean, obviously I'm on a 72 overall, so these guys are going to have to carry. I can't really do too much on offense or defense. I can cook up a little bit if the players aren't the best, but if we're playing sweats, I kind of just have to give them the ball and sit in the corner. So I'm just going to really show you the highlights that I got throughout the games that we've played. We actually went on a pretty decent win streak after we lost a couple games, but as you see, we're up 16-6 at this point. I'm ISOing up a little bit at the top. He doesn't think that I can shoot, so we knocked down that shot. And in our first game, 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And like I said, a lot of these games was just Cole and Dirk carrying, but if I'm getting 322 VC in like 5 to 10 minute games, I'll take that. I mean, it's not as good as some of the quests in MyCareer, but we got to have fun out here on the park with the 16 to 99. We can't just play straight MyCareer. We got to switch it up and play a little bit of everything. Unfortunately, in the next game, we did lose because like I said, I can really only do too much on a 6-1 build going up against meta lineups with red plaques and everything like that. But we found our rhythm here. Again, we're playing some sweats, so I'm kind of just sitting in the corner hoping for the best, just waiting for my spots. If you leave me open, I'm gonna knock it down. But we're down 11-15 at this point. Cole's gonna find me wide open in the corner, and like I said, if they leave me open, I can knock it down. I can't really do anything outside of that up against like a 6-6 build with maxed out defense and everything. Probably should have taken that shot right there, but I didn't want to force anything. These guys are being nice enough to play with me on a 72 overall when we're playing sweats in the park, so I don't want to sell the game or do anything too crazy. We're up 20-19. This guy actually gets a wide open shot and misses a wide open 3, so we kind of got blessed there. 20-19. We got to try and get a bucket. I'm going to give it over to Dirk, let him cook up, take over my spot in the corner. He kind of had the dunk there. He doesn't take it, but it's all good. He's going to find the open man. He finds Colt wide open in the corner. Back to Dirk for the nice, easy midi. And we win yet another game, and that's going to be another nice, easy 355 BC. Only one bucket for me, but like I said, my role was to just kind of sit in the corner and pick my spots where I can get them. And in this game right here, we're down 15-9, and this is what I was talking about. When we would play a really good team that's like 3 people know what they're doing, all squatted up, it's going to be tough. I'm pretty much a cone out there that can't really do anything on defense, and I'm very, very limited on offense, but we're actually up 20-18 at this point. Cole finds Dirk wide open for 3, so we actually do end up winning that game, and we walk away with another 355 VC. Not too shabby, but like I said, not every game was as smooth as those last couple. We're playing some sweats right here, some tryhards, if you will, and I actually end up hitting Dirk with a nice little pass right here on the decks. But this game was tough. As you can see, we're down 17-9. They're kind of just leaving me wide open, disrespecting KYRIE. Like I said, I'm gonna knock down my shots if they leave me open, but unfortunately that game just didn't go our way. I only got the 1 shot, 3 points, but we get 246 VC with the crew bonus. And then we started to go on a little bit of a win streak. Like I was talking about, we started to figure out things a little bit, started to play some people that were not just complete sweats at the game. Every game was kind of close, just basically because of me. We were kind of playing with a crutch with a 6-1 build out here on the park, but we're trying our best. I appreciated these guys helping me get some buckets as we're getting that dunk right there to go. We're up 19-14 at this point, so we got the lead. I got to try and do something, cook up a little bit, see what I can do, drive to the rim.
Nope.
And unfortunately, I thought I got a little bit too excited. Buttery hot dogs here is gonna run out for the 3, so now we're only up by 2. So I told the guys, go ahead, do your thing, finish this game up. I don't want to cost us another L, so Cole's gonna go ahead and finish that game up right there. 22-20, a close one. 355 VC again. That's like the 3rd time I've gotten exactly 355 VC. I'm not sure what's up with that, but in this one, we're finally going up against some like casual, normal people that play this game. So KYRIE was able to come out here and actually cook up a little bit on the park for once. Don't have to just stand in the corner, snatching back, driving to the rim. The Grinch is not going to allow us to get the layup though, so we kick it out to Dirk for the wide open 3. We're up 6-11 at this point, trying to cook this guy, see if I can get a little 3 up. He's not really leaving it open, actually playing some decent defense, but I finally find Cole on the backdoor cut right there. And I was just glad to finally have a game where I could actually do something on the court and not just have to sit in the corner every single possession. So we're up by 5 now, and I'm 3 hunting a little bit. I want to try and get a 3 up. Cole sets a great screen, find a little open space, and knock down the shot. So we're starting to play a little bit like KYRIE. Again, only at a 72 overall, so there's only so much I can really do at this point, but getting that nice little lay to go. We're up 20-12. Got the takeover. Don't have any takeover ability equipped just yet. We're still a very, very raw build, and I try to go for a crazy shot right there. The confidence was high a little bit. 7 points, 3 assists. I was feeling good, but we end up finishing the game off with that nice easy layup. 9 points, 3 assists, 7,700 my points, and almost 500 VC. So if every game was like that, it would have been great, but unfortunately not every game was like that. We ended up just winning like 4 or 5 more games, and there was pretty much just me sitting in the corner, so there really wasn't much to show. But we ended up going on a 7-game win streak. This was the last game that we played, and again, you know where I'm at. I'm in the corner just chilling, doing my thing. Dirk actually gets me involved a little bit, which I do appreciate, as I get an assist to him right there. 7-11 now. He's cooking up, looking for another bucket. He's gonna find Cole on the little pop, and a lot of the times that's just what it was. Those guys were kind of just playing a 2-man game. We're up 16-9, so you know what that means. Kyrie gets a little bit of a look, going to the rim, finishing that one on all 3 defenders. Kind of a crazy dunk by 72 overall Kyrie, and I was feeling good yet again, and that's usually what would happen. I turned the ball over, so I said, hey, let's just get out of here with a win. Cole, go ahead and finish it up. And that's exactly what he does with his LeBron James build. Actually kind of cool. LeBron and Kyrie out there hooping again as a duo. 318 VC though is going to finish us up for the park streak, and we're at about 6,300 VC overall just from the games that we played with those guys. So again, I appreciate them for helping me out, but it was time to head back to the MyCourt to finish up this passion project once and for all. We get a message from Dion, and if you've been following along the entire video so far, you should be pretty familiar with what we're doing. We basically play an open run court game, play an NBA game that is a key game. It always has to be a key game, and then we head back to the open run court to try and complete our passion project so that we can get that 12,000 VC. In this game, I made sure to get the VC from the NBA game, and then we went over to the open run court, played another one of those games, then we played another NBA game, got 700 VC from that, and then we were just doing that over and over again until we were on the last step to complete our passion project. So we actually had to play one more NBA game before we could head back over there. Again, we made sure not to get 5 or 6 fouls so that we get the 700 to 800 VC from the NBA games. Don't be like me, don't get 5 or 6 fouls. Learn your lesson if you've been following along to try and get all of this VC for free. And then we go ahead and completed one more open run court game, and then we had to play 2 NBA games to finish up our key games. So that's going to be 6 of 6 key games completed for the NBA. So we get 1,000 VC for that, completing the Uncle Ruckus quest line. And then it was one more time we had to come out here with Karl Anthony Towns to complete our passion project. And you see it pop up right as I walk through the door, but we did complete the passion project and we got 12,500 VC. So now there's only one more point to go in the merchandising quest line, but we will talk about that in the next video that I post for the 60 to 99. But to end this off, we have 32,000 VC from all of the quests that we just completed in MyCareer and the little streak that we went on in the park. So we're up to a 75 overall now. This is what the badges are looking like at this point on my build. All right, so here we are at a 75 overall, exactly where we left off in episode 1. We got to hit up the daily pick'em to see if we got any VC from that. Unfortunately, didn't have a very good day of predicting games, so only got 200 VC, but we did get 1,000 VC from the daily rewards. And since it is Christmas time, we can start collecting rewards at the Christmas tree. Unfortunately, didn't get any VC from that this time, but we were able to get 500 VC by simply just purchasing a boost in the boost menu. So that's a quick, easy 500 VC in the bank. And now it is time to go ahead and simulate through our NBA season. Now, if you don't know, this is our first NBA season. So we ended up winning MVP by simulating pretty much all of the games outside of the key games that we had to play. So now it is time to go ahead and get through the playoffs. We want to go ahead and get through our first NBA season and also our second NBA season as quickly as possible, because we're going to be making around 50,000 VC within the first 5 to 10 minutes of this video, and in real time it only took me about an hour or two to do. So this is easily one of the best VC methods in this game right now, so definitely stick around and see exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're not familiar with how the NBA playoffs work in your first season in MyCareer, it makes you play the first and last game of each series, which is kind of annoying. So that's why you see me just going and simming to end with no VC when I have to play these games, because it's just really not worth your time. The only time you have to actually play a game like I did right here and got around 800 VC to finish up that series is when your team is down in a series. Obviously, you don't want to let them lose. So if you're down 3-2, 3-1, unfortunately, you do have to play those games, or at least just the fourth quarter. You can just use the foul method where you foul 4 times. It'll take you to the fourth quarter, and then you just have to make sure your team wins by dropping a bunch of points in the fourth quarter. But essentially what we're doing here is just getting through these playoff series as quickly as we can. Again, if we have to play a game, like in this series, we were down 3-2 to the Timberwolves, so I did have to end up playing 2 of these games, again, just in the fourth quarter. So it really wasn't too bad. You just want to make sure, again, you win every single series that you play. So we get 700 VC from that game, and now we're in the NBA Finals against the Knicks. So we went ahead and sim to N in our first game to get through that one, and then we can simulate the rest of the games. A lot of the times you actually won't get unlucky like I did and go down 3-1 in this series. So I had to end up playing at least 3 of these games and dropping about 40 points in every single game. Again, it only took me about 5 minutes to do each game because I was just playing the fourth quarter, but hopefully that all makes sense. I just wanted to get through these playoffs as quickly as possible and not bore you with any MyCareer gameplay or anything like that. But we get 740 VC from that game, and now we are through to the off season in our first season. Now this is the quest that we are focusing on and why we are trying to get through at least 2 NBA seasons. We get 15,000 VC for completing 3 FIBA games, and we're going to be able to do one right here. So we're going to go up to Austin here. We also get another quest that we'll talk about in just a second, but go up to Austin in your MyCareer after your first NBA season, and then we're going to go ahead and get another quest that says you have to play the FIBA friendly. Now this is again a part of the quest that we were just talking about, and we also have a bunch of other ones here that we're working on with our GOAT skills as well. So I'll be talking about this throughout the entire video, so don't worry about it if it's a little confusing right now, but go ahead and play your first FIBA game. It's going to ask you to select 3 players. Select whoever you want. I went with Curry, Durant, and LeBron because obviously some of the best players in the league, and you want to go ahead and play pretty much this entire game until you get to the fourth quarter. You should be up by 70, 80 if you're playing on rookie, and then you can ask out to sim with VC. Make sure it says with VC or it will not count and you will not get any progress. So we get 775 VC from that. Completed our first FIBA game, and now that is it for this off season. The very important off season is going to be after our next year in the NBA. So went ahead and stayed with the Mavericks. You want to go ahead and stay with the same team every single time. So again, we have some more quests to complete a little bit later down the line. Again, for your key games, you want to select one that just has win in the goals, nothing else, to make things nice and easy. And then you're going to get a little quest to do a little media day photo shoot. That's going to get us around 500 VC. And before we start our next NBA season, again, I just wanted to show you exactly what I'm doing to get all of this VC, mainly focusing on that merchandising quest, but there's a couple more that we'll be working on throughout this season. And we ended up having around 15,000 VC after getting through the playoffs, so that's going to get us to a 76 overall, upgrading our speed and agility. And now it is time to go ahead and get through this next NBA season as quickly as possible. So again, if you're not familiar, whenever you're playing in the NBA in MyCareer and you're going strictly for VC, you just want to play the key games. You can just simulate every single game outside of that, and then you just want to foul 4 times, get to the fourth quarter, and then that's how you get through these games as quickly as possible. You see right there, we completed at least 2 quests for the 2K tip-off cover. That's going to be 3,000 VC, and we were just rolling through these MyCareer games as quickly as possible, completing all of these quests and getting just free and easy VC. You see right now I'm working through this Gatorade quest. So while I'm playing in the fourth quarter of these MyCareer games, I'm shooting 3-pointers, getting some points up. We're also working on those GOAT skills as well. So there's a bunch of things we're working on as we get 1,000 VC for completing the first half of our season. So now we got to complete some more key games. Again, just make sure it just says win in the key game goals, and then we're just gonna go ahead and knock out the rest of these games to get through this season. And as you can see, the GOAT skills for green light was completed, and that's gonna get us up to almost 18,000 VC just by playing like 6 or 7 MyCareer games. It's kind of crazy. We're really moving good right now, getting up to a 78 overall now, upgrading that speed and agility again. And you see we're only 700 points away from getting all of that VC from that quest line as well. So I was just out here hooping in my career, not anything too crazy. I mean, obviously we're playing on rookie mode, getting around 700 to 800 VC a game, completing more quest. The amount of times I've said quest already is kind of insane, but we end up getting through our second NBA season, winning another MVP, averaging 46 points a game. And now this time in the playoffs, it's gonna go way quicker than last time because you can simulate every single game, and this is how it should go most of the time when you're simulating games in MyCareer, especially in the playoffs. The only game you should have to play realistically is the clinching game in the NBA finals, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Obviously, if your team's down in a series, make sure you win, but luckily I simulated every single game, got to the last game, played the fourth quarter in that one, got around 806 VC for that game, and now is where the VC method starts. What I was talking about to get 50,000 VC, it's gonna be this quest right here, off-season activities, FIBA tournament. We get 25,000 VC for getting first place in this FIBA tournament. Don't walk up to Austin and complete any of your off-season activities until you complete this FIBA tournament, because it is very important. And in all of these games, I'm just playing all the way up until the fourth quarter, until we're up by 50, 60 points, whatever it is, so that I can then ask out with VC. You don't want to mess around with these games using the foul method. I would just play them all the way out until you can ask out with VC. So we go ahead and played our first 3 games, and then we finally completed the merchandising quest line. That gets us 15,000 VC from that quest, and then you want to walk out and then back into your MyCareer immediately. You'll get this really weird cutscene. I'm not sure what that's all about, and then you will get another 2,500 VC from completing that little commercial. And then we just have 2 more games that we need to play. You see, we're already up to 32,000 VC just by playing like 3 of those FIBA games. It's absolutely insane. And since we still had 2 more FIBA games left to play and around 400 points, I was trying to get them all done in this second season so I didn't have to play a 3rd season of MyCareer. But unfortunately, in these 2 games, I was not able to get all of the points I needed, but we did end up winning the FIBA tournament. So we go ahead and completed that for the off-season activity. And then if we go to completed quests, you see we got the 25,000 VC for getting first place, and now we are all the way up to 59,000 VC, just like that. I told you we'd be able to get 50 to 60,000 VC really quickly, and it was really easy as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade KYRIE's MIDI to a 94, pass accuracy to a 60, and getting our speed and agility up to an 80, giving us an 84 overall, just like that. But now it is a new day on the account. Went up to the Christmas tree, didn't get anything, and before we start playing some rec and park, I decided to go ahead and complete the off season and switch teams. And the only reason I ended up switching teams to the Nets, which a team KYRIE has played for before, is because I can now wear the number 11 on this custom jersey that I had to buy. It was just mainly for the video or whatever. I would not recommend doing that if you're actually trying to get as much VC as possible in your MyCareer. But we also used a cap breaker on our 3 to get that up to a 90 so that we can unlock the deep bomber takeover. And now it is time to head into the rec for the very first time on KYRIE IRVING. And this was another reason why I decided to switch teams in MyCareer, so that when I play rec and again in the park, I have that number 11 and can complete the cosplay of KYRIE IRVING. I could have used like number 2, but I think that was also taken on the Mavericks team that I was on. So that's just, again, I would not recommend switching teams in MyCareer if you don't have to, unless you're looking for a number or something like I was. I actually kind of regretted switching teams just for a number because I ended up missing out on a couple quests, but we'll talk about MyCareer a little bit later down the line in the video. We have a couple more quests that we'll complete, but for now we're in the 4th quarter of this rec game. 8 points, 4 assists, making that 10 points right there for KYRIE. And this was my first time playing on a small guard in 2K26, especially in 5. So I'm on a 6-1 build, not something I'm really used to. So it was a little bit of a struggle at first, but I started to figure it out and we were trying to get a win out here. You see our team is shooting up some questionable shots. We're up by 3 with a minute and a half left to go. We throw a very questionable turnover, especially because I was wide open on the wing, and you already know they're going to come down and hit that shot. So it's all tied up at 62-62. We got a close one here for KYRIE's first rec game. I'm not exactly sure what my teammates are doing. They're running around all over the court. This guy's setting me a screen at the free throw line when I was just trying to get to the rim. I turn it over. I was telling him in game chat, I'm like, you got to try and space the floor just a little bit. Give me a little bit of room to operate. I know I'm not doing the best, but we're all out here just trying to get a win. So we're down by 2. I hit the center. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. This guy's wide open in the corner. He has a shot and he hits it. I mean, it wasn't the best shot, but now we got to try and play some defense. 6 seconds left, all tied up at 64. I'm trying my best, jumping at him, doing everything, and he doesn't even get a shot off. So we're going to OT in our first game, down by 5 at this point in OT. I had a shot there, and I probably should have taken it because our teammate takes a very questionable 3-point attempt right there. They go down, try and get another bucket, but again, a questionable shot. This is bronze plaque rec for you right here. You never really know what you're gonna get. There's some interesting characters that play on black plaque and bronze plaque, maybe even a little bit of silver, but we get a turnover right there. 40 seconds left, down by 3. We got to try and get a bucket. Luckily, our teammate hits a nice little midi right there, so we're down by 1 now. Got to try and get a stop. They're setting double screens on me. My teammates aren't even helping me whatsoever, so they knocked down another 3. I was struggling a little bit on defense in this game. Having no perimeter defense on the build was not helping me out whatsoever, but we're down by 2. 20 seconds left. We got to try and get a stop, and I somehow get a blitz with no steal rating whatsoever. And then when I'm running down the court, I guess I was just moving a little bit too fast. I didn't get the quick stop, and I faded from 3 and missed it. And then the team was all out of sorts after that, but we still have a shot. Down by 2, 5 seconds left. I'm in game chat trying to call out a play, do something to get somebody open. He's gonna go ahead and inbound it to me. I'm moving to the right. I see him open in the corner, and I probably should have just hit the center. The center was more open than that guy in the corner, and we end up losing that game. Kind of a hectic game to start off KYRIE's rec career. And after that, I was like, all right, let me see if I can get any of the boys online. So I hit up Ben and Finish, and we decided to head to the park. You know, we'll head back to the rec a little bit later in the 60-99 challenge, but let's go back to where we're a little bit more comfortable. We have some teammates that we actually know and get some nice easy wins and get some good gameplay out here on the park. So you see we're shooting up a late right there, but it's all good because Finish is going to grab the board, kick it back out to Ben for the nice easy 3. And now we got to try and get a stop, and I get another blitz steal. I don't know how I was getting these blitzes with like a 25 or 26 steal, whatever I had, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it too much. As you see, we're getting an assist right there over to Finish, giving us a 12-8 lead. A little bit later in the game, 14-13. A lot of these games we were playing out here on the park were a little bit sweaty, and that's just kind of the park in general nowadays, as Ben knocked down that 3. Now we're up 17-16. Gotta try and get a bucket. I'm trying to work my man, actually get a little ankle breaker right there. I'm looking for Finish on the pick and roll. They both collapse. He hits me with a great pass back, and we knock down that 3. 20-19 now after they get a 3, and we just got to get a bucket. We're looking for anything. I'm hitting Ben over there on the left wing. He hits him with a nice little snatch back, and we're going to go ahead and win our first part game out here, 22-19. I don't know why I got 1700 VC. I didn't even notice this when I was playing, but I just noticed it going through all of these games afterwards. I don't know how I got 1700 VC from that game. Normally in a park game you only get 500 to 600, but for some reason, I don't know if I completed a quest or something, but we got 1700 VC from one park game. They weren't on a streak or anything, so I don't know what's going on. And exactly like this play, I don't know what was going on right there. get blocked for a layup, then throw it off the side of the backboard. That's just part of the 60 to 99 grind. Sometimes you're gonna have some goofy plays like that. We're actually up 8 to 10 here in this game as we're getting a nice little stop, swinging over to Ben in the corner, and we were cruising along in these games. Like I said, some of them were a little bit sweaty, as this one is 15 to 13. Trying to hit Ben on the back door, unfortunately is not there, but he hits him with a nice little in and out move, and it gets finished with a nice easy midi right there. And now we just need 4 more points to go ahead and finish off this game. And I was kind of just letting these guys do their thing as I'm standing in the corner doing nothing, just watching them cook. Ben's trying to get a little ISO going here. He's gonna find me over in the corner after they both collapse. Hit him with a nice little no dip shot with the KYRIE IRVING jump shot. If you don't know, I am using the pure KYRIE jump shot right now, and it really isn't that bad of a jump shot. As you see, we're playing some more park games right here against some more sweats, as you see me getting that no dip jump shot right there. But like I was saying, the KYRIE jump shot, it's not bad, it's just a little bit on the slower side. So even when I no dip like I did on that last shot, it's just kind of slow. So we might have to change up the jump shot a little bit, but for now we're sticking with that pure KYRIE IRVING. And unfortunately, as you saw, I just stepped out of bounds, and now we're down 11 to 3 in this game. This one was not our best performance, to say the least. As you see, these guys are sweating, you know, reaching on everything, trying their hardest, acting like it's a 10K stage game or something. So they're out here trying their hardest, but we're not going to give up just because we're down 11 to 5. We got to try and play all the way to the end, as we get an 8% contest right there. He's trying to take advantage of 6-1 KYRIE IRVING on the contest, and we will not allow that. We got to try and do our best to get our team back into this game. We're down 16 to 11 at this point, trying to play some more good defense, jump perfectly, get the contest, and we're out on the break and knock down that 3. And just like that, well, it was actually a 2. It should have been a 3, but nonetheless, we're down 16 to 13 now, trying to make a little bit of a comeback. We're playing some good, solid defense. I got no perimeter defense, no steal, and I'm still out here holding my own. Almost got another transition 3 right there. Unfortunately, we did not, but luckily, finish sets us a nice screen, and we find ourselves wide open for 3 yet again, tying this game all up at 16. But unfortunately, our defense was not there on that possession, as they get that 3 right back, and then now it is 19 to 16. So we got to try and get another bucket. I'm getting pressed all the way up the court, and I know they don't want to give up a 3, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the nice easy dunk. We got to get a stop anyway. 14 points for KYRIE in this game, so we're playing well, and we only need 1 more stop to get another chance to win this game. But unfortunately, with the shot clock winding down, they find a man wide open for 3, so we end up losing 22 to 18. But we played well, so that's really all that we can ask for. And we know we had to try and come back. We end up playing some of the same guys that we already played. We were just kind of playing the same 3 teams over and over again on this court, and for some reason this guy in the Kevin Durant fit was just going off this game. I don't know, he didn't do anything too crazy in the first game we played, but I think 2K was just on his side, because Finish is just dropping the ball out of bounds, not even really his fault, and then Pat the ball is coming out here just getting whatever he wants on offense, and it really wasn't even Finish's fault. This guy just was having one of those games, and I finally come down and get our first bucket of this game, and we're trying to come back a little bit, 7 to 16, trying to see what we can do. KYRIE cooking up Kevin Durant a little bit. Finish is going to hit us with a nice easy pass back, and we knock down a 3, giving us 5 points in this game. But unfortunately, we were struggling through most of the game on defense. We would get another 3 after Finish hits us with another nice easy pass back. So we're up to 8 points, and unfortunately, like I was saying, the defense just wasn't there this game. I don't know what was happening. We handled these guys pretty easily in the first game that we played, but for some reason they just pulled up. And like I said, the park these days, it's just really sweaty as Finish knocks down that nice shot. So we kind of had a chance at the end of this game at 20 to 16. We needed a stop, but you know who they're going to. It's going to be Kevin Durant. So me and the boys decided to call it there, because we were just playing the same teams over and over again, and the park was just really sweaty that day. So we decided to hop off, head into a new day. So that means we had a new gift from the Christmas tree, and this time we get 2,500 BC. And I decided, hey, We started off this challenge in the 3v3 no squads. Let's check back in and see how we do at an 84 overall, just to kind of gauge and see how the build is working here on the 3v3 no squads. It's always a different experience playing threes with squad compared to no squad. As you guys probably know, you never really know what kind of teammates you're gonna get, as right now we're down 7-3 in this game. So I got to try and bring the team back, still figuring out all of these dribble moves, but we're getting more comfortable with the behind the back, the crossover that I was using. Like I was saying earlier, this is my first time this year playing on a small guard, and especially in the past 2Ks, I'm more of a tall guard kind of player. So playing on a 6'1" build is definitely interesting and definitely different for me, but it's definitely been fun figuring out all the different types of dribble moves that a 6'1" build can do. Obviously, we're a lot quicker than a 6'6" build or a tall guard build, so we're still figuring things out and trying to find different ways to score and adapt on this new type of build for me, but that's part of the challenge. That is why 60 to 99 overall challenges are so much fun to me and why I enjoy doing them. But we're up 19-6 in this game, and I somehow end up finishing it off with that nice easy layup right there. So we went 21-16, 350 VC. So it's definitely not the best VC method to play 3v3 no squads, but hey, we're having a good time out here, and that's really all that matters. We're down 9-6 in this game right here, shooting a nice little limitless range shot right there. And I actually do have set shot specialist on legend now. I don't know if you've noticed that in the top right when my badges have popped up, but we do have legend set shot specialist, which is helping us out a ton, because if you somehow don't know, legend set shot specialist is one of the best badges on this game. It just allows you to shoot so much better, and especially when I'm using a pure NBA player's jump shot like KYRIE IRVING, having that legend set shot specialist is helping out a ton. As you see, we're contesting Wemby and shooting right over him to win our second game with these same guys that we were playing with on the 3v3 no squad court. But unfortunately, we ended up finally running into a team that actually kind of knew what they were doing. I'm not gonna say my teammates were bad, but they definitely weren't the best, and I'm taking questionable shots right there. I'm not gonna say I was playing the best on this game either, as we're down 13-4, trying to do what I can. But like I said, these guys were not sweaty, but they definitely knew what they were doing, and I think my teammates ended up quitting on me. So we're down 20-4, only got 2 points. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna throw up these shots. These guys can have this win, and we'll probably just head out of the 3v3 no squad after this. I just wanted to play a couple of games of 3v3 no squad to see what the build is feeling like, and it was feeling pretty good. We were able to do all right. We ended up getting gold Deadeye after the end of that game, but we also go ahead, if we look at our VC after that, we can go ahead and upgrade our build up to an 85 overall, getting our pass accuracy up to a 72. So the 3v3 no squad was good to us, but now I want to head back into MyCareer just for a few games, and we're going to be looking at these quests right here. Now this is why you don't want to switch teams like I did. I kind of messed up, and now I'm going to miss out on about 10,000 VC because I switched teams. My dynasty list resets, so unfortunately I'll miss out on about 10,000 VC from that. But we do have the total points quest that we're still working towards. We need around 300 points in this season of MyCareer, and we also need to win MVP for that Gatorade quest that I showed earlier. So you know the drill. We're gonna just run through this season really quickly. It only takes about an hour to get through a full MyCareer season if you just play the key games. So we went ahead and played all of these games really quickly, got the points that we needed, only really played the fourth quarter in all the games, scored around 40 to 50 points a game, and you see all the VC that we got from that. Went ahead and completed the first season, and now we only need 60 more points for that quest. So again, we're gonna go ahead and select our key games. If you've been following along both episodes so far, you should be pretty familiar with what I'm doing in these games just to get them done as quickly as possible. So we get 800 VC from that, 800 VC from that game, and then we complete all of the points that we needed. And look how much VC we just got from that single quest. It was around like 20 to 30,000 VC, as we're all the way up to 32,000 in the bank. And just like that, we're going to be up to an 87 overall, getting our pass accuracy up to an 80 and getting our driving layup all the way up to an 85. So now we can actually start playing more like Kyrie. And I actually also changed up the jump shot a little bit. It's still pure Kyrie Irving. I just made it a lot quicker than what his actual base jump shot is. So now that we knocked out some MyCareer games, got around 30,000 VC in like 15 to 20 minutes, I think. We're out here on the twos with the homie Country now. First time playing twos on the Kyrie Irving build, and I actually had a bunch of fun playing twos on this build. We're at an 87 overall, so the build is feeling really good. We got legend set shot specialist, so we're feeling really nice. Country's got a really solid center build, so we were out here cruising in these games, kicking it out to him with that newfound pass accuracy, and we got the takeover working. And like I said, we were just out here hooping, doing it all with the Kyrie Irving build. This was the first time that I actually felt like Kyrie playing, trying to get ankle breakers, ISOing up a little bit, going up with crazy layups. I mean, that layup right there wasn't that crazy, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to snatch ankles out here, moving good with the build. I was finally getting comfortable with my dribble moves, and I was having a great time out here on the twos. We get 650 VC because me and Country are in the same crew. I really haven't even taken advantage of, you know, the crew bonus and all of the VC that you get from that. I haven't really played that much online with crew members so far. We've played a little bit of Rec. We played with Ben and Finish, who unfortunately aren't in our crew, so we didn't get it from that. So just getting that extra amount of VC was a bunch of help, and I appreciated Country coming out here and helping me. I know playing with an 87 overall isn't the most fun, but luckily I was on a brown plaque, so we weren't playing like crazy sweats or anything like that. And I actually started to hit some fadeaway jump shots from the midi. I'd upgraded my midi to a 94 and hadn't really even started using it up until now. I kind of forgot, you know, hey, this is Kyrie Irving. He takes a lot of mid-range shots. Let's, you know, start actually shooting those kind of shots and playing like Kyrie, because that's the whole point of this challenge, is to get to 99 overall playing like Kyrie Irving. And that jump shot that I also updated was also feeling really good. Having the extra speed was a big help, because like I was saying, the pure Kyrie Irving jump shot is not bad. It's just really slow. As you see, Country puts us up 19-16 in this game right here. So we just got to try and get a bucket. They both collapse, and that's why I had to upgrade the pass accuracy so that we can throw dots like that. Country, go ahead and finish that one off. We're getting our shifty shooter up, only have it on bronze, because like I was saying, I really hadn't even taken that many fadeaway shots, fadeaway middies up until this point. I've been really just kind of 3-hunting, which I mean is good. Kyrie does do that, but Kyrie's a midi kind of guy. He likes going in, doing middies. Not so much that, like with dunks like that, but shooting up middies, layups, that is Kyrie's bread and butter. So for the rest of this series, we're definitely going to be focusing on the mid-range game a lot, and especially in these twos games where the mid-range is open a ton. We got to try and exploit it, and when we don't, we have Country out there on the three-point line. He's pretty much automatic, knocking down another three. And like I was saying, we were cruising through these games, dominating pretty much everybody that we were playing. We both got takeover right here. Country's looking to cook up a little bit, and he does exactly that as he ends up winning that game for us right there. 21-0 on a little bit of a streak. We're getting that dimer up, getting 648 VC, currently shooting 87% from three in the theater on this build. Kind of crazy, especially when we're using a pure NBA jump shot. Well, I guess it's not a pure NBA jump shot anymore, but you know what I mean. It's still Kyrie Irving's base, and his releases just sped up just a little bit. So, but we're actually down 11-0 in this game. Country gets the steal, I get it to him, and he knocks down that three. So this is the first game we actually had a little bit of competition. Get wide open for three. Unfortunately, we missed, but that's why we got Country down there snagging that board. A great O board, and we knocked down that three. 11-11 now, trying to cook up here. He sets us another great screen. He was setting big bodies out here, and of course we can't miss twice with the wide open three off the screen. Stepping back, and I gotta return the favor a little bit. After Country misses that three, I grab the board, go up with the nice easy lay, especially looking like Kyrie right there with the little jelly. And then again, I was talking about it, the mid-range game, we got to improve on it, and we do just that. And then the guy just kind of quits. He gives up after being up 11-0. We come all the way back and win that one. We get our shifty shooter up to silver, and we're almost at a 95 overall max potential. Obviously, we need to work on that as well and get that up to 99 so that we can hit that 99 overall at the end of this challenge. But we kept playing on the twos court, and this was what my badges were currently looking like. If you were curious, we got gold limitless range and that Hall of Fame set shot specialist, which has been helping us out a ton, like I was explaining earlier. And again, this was the last game that we played on the twos, and it was more of the same. We just pretty much dominated this game, up 12-5 at this point. He's actually playing some solid defense right there, but hey, when Country is wide open in the corner, you know he's gonna knock that one down. And this is the first time we got deep bomber in this challenge, finally getting some crazy shots to go. Obviously, KYRIE is not known for shooting from half court or anything like that, but hey, we got to try and have some fun out here. This is why I used the cap breaker on my three, to be able to shoot shots like that, just to have a little bit of fun. We almost got our Deadeye to Hall of Fame as well in that game. And then we decided to add one more to the squad after playing some twos games. Me and Country decided to play on a little bit longer and pick up the homie John and play some 3v3 Pro-Am. Now, my first thought when I decided to play 3v3 Pro-Am, as I steal that one away and go up with a nice easy layup. If you don't know, 3v3 Pro-Am for no money spent challenges used to be one of the best methods in the entire game, if not the best. Now, I say used because you will see just how much VC I get after this game. You used to get around like 1,500, like 1,400 VC in one single game if you got player of the game. And I actually forgot that they had patched it to where it's basically the same as a park game. But it was still fun to come out here on the Pro-Am and play in the Mavs jersey. I made this whole Mavs court, Mavs jersey and everything for KYRIE, so it was still cool. I feel like it's good for the video, but in terms of VC, it was definitely not the method that it used to be. Like I said, you used to get like 1,500 VC a game in this, and it was really, really solid. I don't know why 2K had to patch a nice thing, but hey, sometimes they be like that. It's all good. Let's go ahead and focus in on this game. We're down 17-13 right now in our first Pro-Am game. That boy Gunner is actually Country. He was on a different account for this game. I can't remember exactly why, but hey, we're still out here trying to get some wins. 17-15, make that 19-15 now. So he's inbounding it to me. We got to try and get a bucket. Looking for something here. We need a three. Unfortunately, it drags John in, so we are not able to get a three off there. And then this guy right here just figured he could just shoot right over me since I'm on a 6-1 build. Not much I could do right there, and unfortunately we do end up losing our first Pro-Am game, only getting 340 BC. Even in a loss in Pro-Am, you used to get like 600-700 BC. It was absolutely broken, and I loved playing Pro-Am for these 60-99 overall challenges. So if you don't know, if you haven't played 2K in about a month or two, they unfortunately did patch 3v3 Pro-Am, but that can't stop us from coming out here and having some fun, especially when you play a team that's like 3-10. We can finally have some fun and drop some points out here with KYRIE as we're up 9-3 in this game. And it was quite the difference from the last game that we played. We played some sweats, and now we're playing some guys who I'm not even sure have opposable thumbs. But I can't complain. When you get an easy game on 2K, you gotta take advantage of it, as I hit John for the wide open three. We're up 15-6, so now it's time to ISO up with the sharp takeover. If you don't know, this takeover is the best for, you know, getting ankle breakers and everything like that. Don't get one there, but we get a nice easy layup. You know, my goal right here was just try to, you know, channel my inner KYRIE Irving, get to the rim, throw up a nice easy layup, even if it wasn't anything too crazy. I'm really just trying to get an ankle breaker because I haven't gotten any so far, and unfortunately we didn't get any in that game, as John goes up for the nice easy alley-oop, and I get player of the game, and this is where I was expecting to get like 1,200, 1,300 VC, but it's the same as a park game, the same we were just getting on the twos with Country in games that take a little bit longer. So I was kind of disappointed to remember or find out that they had patched 3v3 Pro-Am. I think they did it like a month ago whenever they did the last patch for this game. So it was definitely a little bit of a downer because in the last 60 to 99 overall challenge that I did, I was getting like 10 to 20,000 VC every hour playing 3v3 Pro-Am. So them patching this method was definitely a little bit of a disappointment, but either way, like I said, 3v3 Pro-Am is still a fun game mode to me at least. And you see, we're just out here having some fun, messing around with these guys, throwing alley-oops to KYRIE, and just having a good time out here as John is going to go ahead and knock down that 3. And we're up 20 to 10. And after that alley-oop to Country, we're going to go ahead and win yet another 3v3 Pro-Am game. 22 to 10, 528 VC added onto the account. And now we're just gonna go ahead and keep rolling through these Pro-Am games. And I actually really did enjoy the court that I made for this challenge and the jerseys that I made as well. Let me know in the comments what you think, if I cooked up a little bit. So that's again why I was a little bit disappointed that 3v3 Pro-Am really isn't even a good method anymore. And there's really no reason to play this mode unless you just want to do matchmaking. The only really difference between this and Park is the open matchmaking that you have in Park. So we might not play any more Pro-Am in this challenge. We'll see. Maybe we will, but we'll have to decide that at a later time. As you see in this game right here, we're going to go ahead and throw that one down for a 19 to 15 lead. This was a little bit of a closer game than it probably should have because I don't think these guys were the best, but KYRIE's got 14 points, have two-way here, so we're able to play a little bit better defense than normal, and we get the stop. Country's going to throw it all the way down to us in the corner, and we're going to knock that one down. 17 points, 5 for 6 from 3, another 649 VC. And like I said, we just ended up playing a couple Pro-Am games, not as many as I thought we were going to play because, again, I didn't know they really patched 3v3 Pro-Am. But after a little bit of a session there, we ended up with 14,000 VC in the bank. And now we're going to go ahead and upgrade our driving layup along with our ball handle, getting us to an 88 overall. So I ended up getting off after that Pro-Am session, and it was a new day, so we get 1,000 VC from the wheel and 1,000 VC from the Christmas tree. So 2K's treating us right. And now we're gonna head back out onto the park, this time with the homie Cole, the man, and Extrovert. And we're just gonna play a couple of park games here to end off this portion of the challenge. We got a little dynamic duo with me and Cole. He's got the LeBron build, I've got the KYRIE Irving build, so a little bit of a reunion here. We're just out here again looking to have some fun out here on the park. As you see, I'm kicking that one over to Cole in the corner and he knocks it down, and we really didn't have any trouble in this park session whatsoever. I mean, we're an 88 overall, still don't have any defense upgraded, but as you've seen throughout the parts of this video, I can actually hold my own on defense with a 25 perimeter or a 40, whatever perimeter defense I have, in a 26 steal. We can hold our own and help the squad get some dubs out here as Cole ends up winning that game for us, giving us 525 VC. Luckily, we were all in the same crew, so we're getting that good crew bonus, and we were just out here streaking on the park doing our thing. I think we ended up going, a little bit of a spoiler alert, but I think we ended up going on like a 10-12 game win streak out here. So obviously the build is feeling really good. Like I was saying, Cole's hit me with a nice little pass pack, a pump fake, get him jumping, knocking down that shot. And this was really when I started to feel like I was actually playing like KYRIE Irving. And I know I mentioned this earlier, but this was the first time where I was utilizing layups a lot more. I was trying to ISO up, and luckily these guys like Cole and Extrovert, they're really good at the game, so they were able to help out on defense so that we can get stops, get up by a bunch, so that I can practice my dribble moves. I actually ended up switching around some of my dribble moves, like my behind the back and dribble style for this specific streak that we went on, and I ended up switching back because whatever I had on during this win streak, it just wasn't really working out for me. But we were still obviously playing really well. At this point, we're on a 9-game win streak, doing our thing. 0-0 to this point, kicking over to Cole in the corner. You know he's going to go ahead and knock that one down. A little bit later in the game, up 3-0. Extroverts in the corner, kicking over to Cole, out to KYRIE for the wide open 3. Knocking that one down. 6-2 at this point. Cole's looking for a little bit of an isolation, can't get it to go, but you know KYRIE's there to get that rebound, throwing up another 3, giving us 6 points for this game. And we were just cruising through these games. Look at that, I'm running out, pulling up the icons, running back out again, playing like a straight old head right now. I don't know what I was doing. I was just kind of messing around. I mean, when you go on a 9-10 game win streak, eventually you just start messing around, trying different things. This guy in game chat was raging because I just kept running back and forth out to the 3-point line, and it was actually pretty funny. So we're up 18-15 at this point, trying to finish this game off. Cole's gonna hit me here out on the perimeter, ISOing up still. Like I said, dunking a lot less and actually playing like Kyrie, doing those layups was a bunch of fun. Cole's getting that steal right there, going up, finishing like LeBron at the rim, and that's gonna be another 592 VC in the bank. And during this win streak, I also upgraded my driving layup up to a 90, and that's going to get us to an 89 overall. Just had to include that. Obviously, in the middle of a win streak, you can't hop off the court, so I had to do it while I was on it, and we're now at an 11-game win streak. I told you, we were out here doing our thing with Kyrie Irving, LeBron, and Extrovert. I should have told him to put on like Kevin Love drip or something. I don't know, that might have been a little bit corny, but either way, we're somehow getting those layups to go. Not even greeting the layups at this point, and we're still getting to go. That's how you know we were playing well out here, as Extrovert's gonna go ahead and knock down that midi. We actually had a little bit of a close game right here, 10-10. Cole's gonna set me the screen, and I'm going straight to the rim using that newfound 90 overall driving layup. And then again, we're just wide open on the 3-point line. Obviously, we're gonna knock that down. A little bit later in the game, 19-15, we ended up pulling away from these guys, and I'm looking to ISO up again, going in for the nice easy layup. And that's going to be a 12-game win streak for the squad, 522 VC. And after that streak, we ended up with 3,600 VC in the bank. So we needed a little bit more VC to get to 90 overall to end off this part of the video. So we had that MVP that we still needed to win, and we get 7,000 VC from that for completing the Gatorade quest. So we had to hop into MyCareer just one more time in this video, and maybe even this challenge. I might not play any more MyCareer after this, but we ended up completing all the games for the second half of that season, getting that MVP trophy, averaging 58 points a game, and we completed the Gatorade quest, giving us 7,000 VC. And after those games and that quest, we get up to 15,000 VC. So we can go ahead and max out our driving layup, max out our pass accuracy, and get to a 90 overall. So here we are at a 90 overall, and the first thing we got to do, hit up the daily pick'em. I've been doing this pretty much every day on my account. It's an easy way to get some free VC, 300, 400 VC if you get some picks right, and we also get 1,500 VC from the daily reward. So after we do that, we do our little daily routine. We're heading into the random wreck to start off this episode, and I'm currently at a silver plaque, so we're not really playing anybody too crazy. You know, once you're in the random wreck and you get to like gold or purple plaque, you start playing some try hard. But right now we're at a silver plaque on the KYRIE IRVING build, so we should be able to come out here in the random wreck and actually play well, as we get an assist right there to our teammate. And my main goal here is just to try, obviously, and get VC, because we need VC to complete this 60 to 99 overall challenge, but also we need my points to get to that 99 overall potential. And I personally think rec, if you're not going to play MyCareer or maybe the street ball court that we'll talk about a little bit later down the line in the video, if you're not going to do any of those, I think rec is one of the best ways to get my points in this game. So that's what we're doing out here. We currently got 8 points, 4 assists in this game, up 33 to 27. Our teammate's gonna find us wide open in the corner for 3. So we're starting off this game pretty well, 11 points, 4 assists, and it's gonna be another wide open 3 right here at the end of the second quarter, giving us a 6-point lead, and that's also going to give us player of the half. So that's an extra 100 to 200 BC. Started off this game well, up by 6 here to start the second half, just finding our teammate wide open for 3. So we're trying to do it all right now. 14 points, 5 assists, get our teammates involved. You know, in the random rec, you can't really come out here and drop 30 and have 0 assists, especially at point guard, or you're just not going to see the ball again. You got to distribute around a little bit, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. Keep our teammates engaged and also drop as many points as possible. As you see, we get a weird rebound right there, and our teammate's gonna hit us right back. I don't know what the guy that was guarding me was doing during this game. He would just randomly leave me wide open in the corner for 3. So we're gonna take advantage of that. Currently got 19 points, tipping that one away. Still have no steal rating on the build, and we're pulling up for 3, knocking that one down, and we're up by 17 at this point. Started to pull away in the third quarter. This other team just wasn't able to do much, and we're gonna get another buzzer beating shot right there to end off the third quarter. And we were just rolling here in this first random rec game, getting a block with the KYRIE Irving build, a little flashy pass down to our teammate, and just like that, we are up by 20 in this game, and we're looking for more. Got to try and get as many my points in this game as possible. So we're trying to get more points, more assists, and we're gonna get another 3 up right here, giving us 27 points so far. And we pretty much cruise through the rest of this rec game. 1 minute left to go in the fourth quarter, just trying to cook up a little bit, see what we can do. Crab him, hitting a nice little midi right there with KYRIE Irving's fade. We do have most of KYRIE Irving's dribble moves on for the most part. We had his dribble pull up, a couple of dribble moves, not all of them, but for the most part, we're still rocking a lot of KYRIE Irving animations. Obviously got his jump shot on as well. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up this first rec game. 93-76, 29 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. So a great first game. We get 47,000 my points and almost 1,500 VC. And after that game, we had some leftover VC from the previous episode, so we were able to get our steal up to a 60 and also our agility up to an 81, giving us a 91 overall. I wanted to finally upgrade the steal because I was tired of playing rec and even park and just not being able to get steals consistently. Even though we got 2 in the last game, now we'll actually be able to reach in the lane and get some lane steals and not just have to get some fluke bumps or anything like that. So a 60 steal, it's not anything crazy, but you'll see it will help later down the line, and it might just actually help right here as we tip that one away. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Being able to get passes in the lane with bronze interceptor, since we have a 60 steal, is going to make this build just overall way better, and we're knocking down that 3 with 2-way. That's another thing. Since we're going to be able to get a little bit more steals, we're going to unlock that 2-way tenacity more consistently. And if you don't know, 2-way tenacity, once you get that on offense, it helps out a ton, especially on a small build like KYRIE Irving. So we're here in the second quarter, actually down by 6. So we got to try and make a little bit of a comeback, throwing that dunk down, giving us 9 points for the game so far. We're down by 7 now, so KYRIE's got to try and take over this game a little bit. Obviously want to keep the teammates involved, but also we got to try and score a little bit as well. Only 9 points, 2 assists so far in the game. We got to try and do a little bit better than that. These guys are finally trying to miss some shots, so we got to take advantage and score on the fast break when we can and get some easy buckets. Here we are in the second half now, still only 11 points, 2 assists, so we got to start scoring a little bit more. We're down by 6 now after that bucket, and we were down most of this game, still down by 7 at this point. Only 2 assists, so trying to get our teammates involved while also taking over the game. It's a little bit of a balance that you have to play, especially in the random rec at point guard. But down by 5 now, we're trying to look, we got to get a stop. We got to try and get a stop, and we do. Our teammate blocks that one away. Unfortunately, they do get the rebound, but for some reason he just throws it off the backboard, and we grab that, and we're going to take that nice easy bucket. Down by 3 now with 3 minutes left to go, and we're going to use that 2-way tenacity I was talking about, getting the steal. And unfortunately, it wasn't the greatest shot, but our teammate is there to clean up the board. And now we're only down by 2 late in the third quarter here. 19 points now, so we're starting to score a little bit better, getting to the rim, getting that and 1. But unfortunately, we would miss the free throw because we didn't upgrade our free throw, and they come down and get a nice easy transition 3. But we're back in the game, 21 points, 3 assists, still trying to get our teammates involved. And we're going to do exactly that, getting our 4th assist of the game right there. Down by 3 now. This was a close game all the way through. A questionable layup by KYRIE, but luckily I somehow got the offensive rebound and kick it back to our teammate for the wide open 3. And we would finally take the lead here, up by 2 late in the fourth quarter, hitting our teammate back with a nice little pass back. And now we're cruising along. We're up by 4 now, finally getting some defensive stops, passing it over out to the center for a wide open 3. And we were distributed out here in the fourth quarter, up to 7 assists in the game. We're up by 7 now, looking to finish this game off, breaking some ankles, getting the assist in the wide open 3. and that would pretty much be the dagger as we kind of take over here in the fourth quarter. 24 points, 1 rebound, and 7 assists, and we would actually find ourselves wide open again one more time. 27 points now, but we're not done just yet. We still got to try and get some more my points for this game, and that's exactly what we're going to do as we get the steal, got the blur takeover, so we get down the court quick and knock down one more 3 for that game. And we ended up getting 4 steals in that game, so I would say upgrading the steal rating to a 60 before this game was a really solid move, and that's going to give us another 57,000 my points and 1,400 VC. So we're cruising here in the random rec right now. Things are looking really solid, but unfortunately not every game goes as smoothly in the random rec as those last 2. You're not going to win every single game, and this game right here was a little bit of a struggle, not so much because of what we were doing, but when a teammate right there just throws a pass away at the beginning of the game and then he quits, things are going to be a lot more difficult when you have an AI, especially at guard, for an entire rec game. But we get a tough little layup right there from KYRIE IRVING. That was one thing I wanted to start doing a little bit more, was actually get some crazy layups, you know, maybe some jellies or something like that. But a nice little in and out move right there, knocking on the 3. But like I was saying, I want to try and get some more layups, start really playing like KYRIE IRVING. We're starting to shoot a little bit more middies, going in for some more layups. But right now we've just been kind of 3-hunting in the rec, which you kind of have to do. You want to score obviously as many points as possible, especially as the point guard. But you know, we're going to do what we can to play like KYRIE IRVING throughout the rest of this video. But this game right here, like I was talking about, it was a little bit of a struggle. But right now, we're kind of staying in it a little bit, only down by 1. Actually going to go ahead and take the lead after we hit that 3 in the corner. But they would finally start to figure out that they could just hit the AI guy who's wide open pretty much every single time on offense, and it was a struggle after that. But we tried to stay in it as much as we could here, down by 11 in the third quarter. I think at some point, yeah, our shooting guard or small forward also quit, so we were without 2 players playing 5-on-3, and that's just not going to go well in the rec. Luckily, we did have a teammate who actually knew what he was doing and actually wanted to stay and try and get some points, so we were able to get some points and assists. But once they figured out that they could just shoot over the AI and we had them at shooting guard and small forward, there really wasn't much that me and my teammates could do. We do knock down a 3 right there, but here in the fourth quarter, down by 8, actually getting a little bit of an ankle breaker right there and getting that crazy layup to go. So we might not end up winning this game, but we get some highlight plays, so I will take that. We'd actually cut the lead down to 4, but these guys were kind of just trolling. There really wasn't any chance that we would win this game. We're down by 5. Our center jumps, and obviously he's gonna knock down that 3 over us. So unfortunately, we would end up losing our first game here in the random rec. But overall, KYRIE had a good game, 19 points, 11 assists, so 23,000 my points and 730 VC in a loss. Can't really complain about that too much, but as you see, we are now in the gold plaque rec, so the games might be a little tougher, but we're stealing that one away, getting a nice little lane steal, throwing that one down to our teammate to start this game off. And we're just trying to do exactly what we've been doing in these last couple games, get as many points as possible and also assists to get those my points so that we can get that 99 overall potential. And also, if we play well, we get a lot of VC. If you get player of the game in rec, like you've probably noticed in those first 2 games that we played, you get like 1,500 VC, which is really solid. Now, it's definitely not easy, especially in the random rec, to get player of the game. But if we can do that, we're going to get a lot of VC and a lot of my points really quickly, which is exactly what my goal is right now. But we're starting off this game pretty well. We got 8 points, 3 assists, and with that steal, there's going to be 2 steals so far in the game. I probably should have looked for a shot right there with the deep bomber takeover, but we find our teammate wide open in the corner, and I was just switching up some of the takeovers I was using out here in the random rec. We start off with the blur take, now we're using the deep bomber. You'll also see me using the sharpshooter takeover, which helps you get some ankle breakers. So I was just trying to keep things fresh, hitting our teammate out there for another wide open 3. We got 10 points, 6 assists in the first half, so we're playing really solid right now, knocking down that midi, and we were kind of just cruising in this game. It was a lot better than the last game. We didn't have any teammates quit or anything. We're getting wide open from the midi, really just attacking that mid-range like I was talking about. I want to really start playing like Kyrie, going for those middies, going for those layups, and if we're wide open in the corner for three, you know we're going to take those as well. Getting that deep bomber to activate yet again, and this time we got to take advantage of it as I shoot up a crazy shot right there. Tried to cook up, do a little bit too much, but luckily we get another steal, tipping that one away. He thinks we're going to go for the deep bomber shot again, but again, we're attacking that midi. And I was actually really enjoying the Kyrie Irving dribble pull-up. At first, I really didn't like it, but the more I used it as we're taking a crazy deep bomber shot right there, I was actually really enjoying the Kyrie Irving dribble pull-up. It's a little bit on the slower side for sure, but it's really not too bad. And this Kyrie Irving base and jump shot was really looking solid as well. We got 30 points, 9 assists in this game. Probably our best game so far in this video as we're going out for another 33 points now for Kyrie. We need one more assist for the double-double. So we pass up a 3 for our teammate down in the paint, and he gets us our 10th assist for the game. 33 points, 10 assists for Kyrie. So you know that's going to be another player of the game. So almost 1,500 VC, 42,000 my points. And I decided to keep playing in the random rec. I really wasn't planning on playing this many games in the random rec today, but things just kind of worked out to where I was getting some good teammates and winning some games. So I just kept on playing, and we're in this game right now. 13 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists in the second quarter, kind of blowing these guys out by 20. This was one of the lucky games where this other team, I don't know what they were doing, but they were just not the best. As you can see, they already have multiple people who quit. So we're just getting fast break buckets. So I'm not going to show too much from this game because it was just a lot of the other team just quitting and us getting fast break buckets throughout most of this game. But we end up with 28 points, 13 assists. So a really solid game yet again for Kyrie, stepping back, trying to make a little highlight play here at the end of the game. Gonna find our teammate wide open at half court, and like I said, we just kind of got lucky right here. We're breaking some ankles, pulling up for 3. It was just one of those games in the rec where everything was going right. 31 points, 16 assists overall in the game, and that's going to be another win for Kyrie in the rec. You see those guys only had 2 people left in the game, so it was just a big time blowout. Be another 1,500 VC though, and 36,000 my points. But I was getting a little tired of the random rec. We got to try and get these my points a little bit quicker, so I decided to head over to the Street Kings court. Now I'm sure a lot of you already probably know about Street Kings here in NBA 2K26, but if you don't, this is probably one of the fastest ways, if not the fastest way, to get my points here in NBA 2K26. So I'm just going to show you real quick the method that I use on this court to get the most amount of my points possible, and that's pretty much just calling for a pick and roll, and then you just throw up a lob to whoever is on your team. Now I'll also show you real quick who the best teammates are to have while you're just grinding this over and over again. It definitely can get a little bit boring, but it's the best way to get my points without having to go online and getting all of those my points. So I think it's worth to do, even though it's a little bit boring. You see in that game right there, we got 14,000 my points, and that's not even the most amount that you can get in a game that takes literally less than 5 minutes. But if you really want to get the best method for this, I would recommend coming in here and playing against whoever has the best dunk ratings. So that's why I went ahead and beat the Phantom, because he has really good dunk ratings. I didn't really even worry about throwing any lobs. I just made sure I got the win, and we also get 350 VC. I'll talk about the VC that you get from this method in just a second, but again, I went ahead and beat the Phantom, and now we're going to go ahead and beat Salty Sam. And again, in these games, all I'm doing is just snatching back. I was throwing a couple of lobs here and there now that we have the Phantom on our team, but you see how easy it is. We can finish these games really quickly. 15-4. Again, we get 13,000 my points. We also get 398 VC, and now we have everything set up. And I also wanted to point out, there's a whole separate reward section here in Street Kings where you can get a bunch of VC. I already had about 75% of it done because I played some Street Kings at the beginning of 2K26, but If you've never played it before, there are a bunch of rewards and VC that you can get just by playing this easy offline mode. But now we're gonna lock in here and just lock in for like an hour or two of just doing this over and over again, calling for a pick and roll, throwing a lob, and just getting as many my points as possible. And the reason, if you're not really understanding what's going on, the reason that we beat Salty Sam and the Phantom is now we can put them on our team. So we have two of the tallest guys in this little game mode on our team that we can just throw lobs to easily, and we're gonna pick the poster child to play against every single time because he's a really short defender, and the guys that we now have on our team are just gonna get posterizing dunks like that pretty much every single time. So I locked in and I played this for probably about an hour or two and just played these games over and over again, and each time I'm getting 300 to 400 VC along with 20,000 my points every single time. So this is probably one of the greatest offline grinding modes in the game. I haven't really used it at all up until this point in the grinding process on this KYRIE IRVING build, but you can see just after playing for about an hour or two, we got all the way up to 97 max potential and 20,000 VC. So we were able to upgrade to a 92 overall, getting our perimeter defense up to a 71. You see I'm working on all of these goals. We're getting 1,000 VC here, 1,000 VC there, and this is also really solid if you need to get your season pass upgraded. So I ended up getting my max +2 in the season reward pass, so that's really solid. We got legend dimer now, legend set shot specialist, Hall of Fame shifty shooter, just upgrading the build a ton. And I also decided to hit up the 2K TV for the first time. This is also another, if you're no money spent, you gotta watch the 2K TV every week. Just answer all these easy questions. Just look them up on YouTube if you don't really know the answers and want to get through them quickly. So we did that, got 1,000 to 2,000 VC from that, and I needed just a little bit more VC to get a 93 overall. So I went ahead and played one more rec game, got 50,000 of my points, and then we were able to go ahead and upgrade to a 93 overall with the VC that we got from that rec game and all the VC that we got from Street Kings and 2K TV. So now we're heading back into the random rec yet again, now this time at a 93 overall. So we got a little bit more defense on the build, and obviously we got a little bit more badges as well. So we're looking to come out here and keep dominating in the random rec, starting this game off with a dunk. Currently up 8-4 at this point in the game, cooking up our defender, trying to go in for the easy layup, but they do end up contesting it. But luckily our teammate hits us back, and we're gonna find that guy down there for the nice easy assist. And again, we're just trying to get through these games and do the best that we can, get as many wins as possible using the defensive upgrades that we got, getting that steal and throwing that one down, and we're cruising again. And I don't know what my luck was with the random rec. Usually it's not this good, but for some reason when I was grinding this week, it was just really solid. We were getting really lucky with the teammates on our side. You see he's gonna throw a perfect pass to the corner, and you know KYRIE's knocking that one down. Here in the second quarter, we're up by 11, gonna make it up by 14 with another nice easy assist. And like I said, we're cruising through these rec games, double teaming us, finding the wide open guy on the wing, just getting our teammates involved. This game wasn't really anything too crazy. As you see, we're up by 20 late in the fourth, only getting our 10th point with that 3 right there, but 10 points, 8 assists, and a 20-point win. Can't really complain about that too much. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough for a player of the game, but can't really complain too much about 926 VC. And if you notice, this was around the time where there was double rep rec, so the rec was a little bit more sweaty than normal with the double rep going on, and it was kind of interesting. I really wasn't expecting to get that many good games, mainly because I just expected these games to be really sweaty. But again, I was just getting lucky. This other team quit, so we got an AI on the other team. We got some good teammates that know how to shoot, know how to pass, finding us wide open in the corner, kind of making that over 3 people. If you paused it right there, it might have looked a little crazy, but I mean, look at the passes we're getting from our teammates, just looking like an actual rec squad out here. We end up winning this game by like 30 or 40. I mean, they're just leaving everybody wide open. We got 19 points, 17 assists. We scored 120 points. So it was kind of crazy for a random rec game to get 19, make that 18 assists and that was probably one of the better games that we had so far in the random rec, and that was with double reps. So I will 100% take that almost every single time. I ended up playing a couple more games. Don't really want to bore you too much with a ton of rec. I know we've already played a bunch in this video, but ended up getting all the way up to a 98 overall potential after all of those rec games, upgrading our ball handle. So we're at a 94 overall now, looking really solid. And it was another brand new day on the account, so we went ahead and looked at our progress on the pick'em. Didn't really do too well, only got 300 VC. I gotta up my ball knowledge a little bit more so that we can get more VC from the daily pick'em, and unfortunately from the wheel we only got a banner. But today was a big day for the KYRIE IRVING No Money Spent. It's finally time to step back out onto the park, but this time we're doing one of my favorite things to do here in 2K26 for VC, and that is streak hunting. We're out here with Extrovert and Cole the man, the homies. We are out here looking to get some quick, easy VC by breaking streaks out here on the park. Now, this is probably the best VC method in the game, but it is also the hardest, because obviously you need to be pretty good at the game and have some good chemistry with your teammates. And especially on a build like this KYRIE IRVING build, where it's a 6-1 build, not really a meta guard build, it's going to be tough to beat these meta lineups out here that are sweating on the park, but we're going to try our best. Currently in this game, we're down 9-8 after they hit that shot, so we got to lock in here. And I was kind of having some trouble getting buckets, but we slipped by our man right there, because like I was saying, we're going up against lockdowns with, you know, 99 perimeter defense. Maybe not all that, but obviously a 6-1 KYRIE IRVING NBA template build is nowhere near a meta guard build. So we really gotta lock in, especially when we're playing people are just going back and forth, doing hesitations. We gotta bait them a little bit, play some IQ basketball as Extrovert knocks down that great shot. So we're up 15-11 right here in our first streak hunting game, looking solid. Look at KYRIE IRVING playing some defense. That was the one thing I was worried about coming out here on this KYRIE IRVING build trying to break streaks, is that a lot of the times people would probably just try and shoot over me. Luckily in this game, they didn't really figure it out, and when they did, it was a little bit too late, as we're up 20-16. Just need one more bucket. Cole hits us with a great pass back right there, and just like that, we beat our first streak of the day, 2,500 VC, because they were on a 5-game streak. And just like that, we got 3,000 VC added to the account, and now we just got to keep the good momentum going as we're going up against a 9-game win streak this time. A little bit unfortunate, because if we would have played them one game after, it would be for 5k VC instead of 2,500, but it's all good. Nonetheless, we got to try to come out here and get the win. Start off the game by getting an assist to Cole, so now it is 3-3. Extrovert playing some great on ball defense, and having him on a lockdown type of build was a really big help, because like I was saying, playing on a KYRIE IRVING build with no defense up against these guys with like 6-8 locks and meta lineups, it was definitely not easy. But luckily we got Extrovert and Cole, who are really solid players, and they know what they're doing. So even when we're going up against guys like that who are taking shots like that, we're gonna have a good chance of winning the game. So it's 8-8 at this point. Extrovert's looking for a pass. He finds me over in the corner. I see the guy sagging off Cole, and you know he's gonna go ahead and knock down that no dip shot. And once we get up in these games, we're pretty much just trying not to give up any threes, because if we go up by 1 or 2 possessions, we can essentially just trade twos the rest of the game and win. And somehow he doesn't hit that shot over me. These guys really also didn't really figure out that the guy that I was guarding could easily have just shot over me. I don't know what my guy's doing. He's sleeping in the corner. Cole throws a great pass over to me on his LeBron James build. Kind of funny, KYRIE and LeBron out here hooping. It's not really Cavs KYRIE and LeBron, it's Mavs KYRIE and Heat LeBron, but you know what I mean. KYRIE and LeBron out here on the park trying to break some streaks. So we're up 18-13 now, and now we can pretty much just trade twos. Like I was saying, we cannot just give up any threes. He tries to take a crazy shot and somehow hits it. That was like a 60% red. I don't know how he greened that. A little bit sus. I don't know. There's so many cheaters on this game that you never really know nowadays. Cole gets it back though with a great blitz. Had the dunk, but we're looking for a 3 here to end off the game, and that's exactly what he does with that shot right there. So that guy may or may not have been cheating. I don't know. I've never seen a 30% or a 60% red go in like that, but hey, it was a GG overall. Another 3,000 VC in the bank, and this time we're going up against another big streak, an 11-game win streak. And this one was tough because right off the bat, I could tell these guys were definitely locked in, and it was going to be a tough one. It's another really tall lineup. This guy's in a mascot. Their guard is like a 6'6", 6'8" type of guy who's just running around screens. But we're not going to give up. Cole's going to hit a nice little slip pop right there. And we're going to tie this game all up at 5. And we just got to try and get some stops. And this guy, obviously, like I was saying, is on like a 6'8", just hesitation over and over again. He's going to shoot over me pretty easily, so I got to try and stay on this gingerbread mascot. He's kind of dexing around. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. Kind of launches the game right there. A crazy shot, and that's going to lead to Extrovert getting a wide open 3. So we got a little lucky there, and we would end up getting another stop and get lucky again. These guys just, I don't know. I said they were locked in at the beginning, but they might have not been, because that's 2 possessions in a row. They just gave up wide open 3s. I do know this guy was locked in. Hits him low-key with a really good move right there, tying the game all up at 11. So we just got to try and get some type of bucket right here. Extrovert is bringing it up, looking for us. I'm kind of open in the corner, but he's just trying to look for a quick, easy 2. That's all we really need, is just some points on the board. So he's going to find Cole on the little slip right there. We're up 13-11. Really just need one more stop. But the gingerbread guy hits a nice little shot, and they may have figured out that they could just shoot over me, so we have to score every possession here on out. I had the lane right there, and I almost set Cole up for a turnover. Luckily, he does get it back, and it actually turns into a 3, so we're getting kind of blessed in this game right here. Lucky to be up 16-14, but I'm not complaining about it. Extrovert, yet again, playing some great defense, gets us a steal, and now we're up 18-14. And we can kind of close this one out if we get another stop right here. He shoots that one up, hits an open shot, and somehow misses. And then Extrovert misses wide open himself. We should have ended the game right there, but it's all good. Extrovert's been playing great, and he gets it right back as I say that. And just like that, the game is going to be over, and we win 5,000 VC from that game. A kind of a wonky game. A lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes by both teams, but in the end, KYRIE wins 5,000 VC, and that's really all that matters when it comes down to it. But unfortunately, not every game was as lucky as that one. As you see, we're going up against another 11-game streak, so it would be another 5K VC if we win this one, but it would come down to the last possession of the game, 18-19. We got 9 points, and we just need one more stop, but this guy hits a crazy fading shot from the mid-range, and we would end up losing our first game of the streak hunting session. But obviously, when you're playing 5-game, 10-game streaks, you're just not going to win them all. It's just not going to happen. But we have another opportunity right here with another 10-game streak. This would be another 5K VC in the bank, just like that, if we can win this one. And we're currently down 3-2. This guy was really good. He was on a little small guard build, just 3 hunting throughout the entire game, and I was trying to do the same. But if they're gonna put the little guard on Extrovert, I'm gonna let him do his thing and just stand in the corner. He throws a great dot to me in the corner, and I'm just gonna play my role. If I need to go ahead and sit in the corner, like I said throughout this challenge, I'm not the best small guard out there. I never claimed to be. So when I'm going up against a lockdown, I'm gonna let Extrovert cook up and do his thing, and when I can, I'll get my buckets. You see, they don't play any type of defense, homie, right there. So we're gonna go ahead and tie the game up, all up at 8. We gotta try and get a stop. This guy's really good, but Extrovert is also really good himself, getting the steal, going down, knocking down a 3. A huge play right there, giving us a 3-point lead. And now, like I said, we just need one more stop. We get 2 stops a game, and that pretty much means we win the game if we can keep scoring. Extrovert with another clutch steal, throws it over to Cole, wide open for 3. And when we go up by 6, we're just looking for 2s. We really don't worry about if they're getting any buckets. You see, he's trying to force a 3 now, throws that one up. We are out on the break. Extrovert's going to go ahead and throw that one down. And we would kind of cruise to a win in this one. These guys were kind of flabbergasted at this point. They don't know what to do. Extrovert's all over him, playing some great defense. Another shot clock violation. And those guys would end up quitting, trying to save their precious little park records. and that would be another 5,000 VC. 9 for 9, 4 for 4 from 3, a perfect game from us. Unfortunately, it didn't show the VC screen, but we know it was about 5,000 VC, and just like that, we're up to 19,000 VC. So we're gonna go ahead and max out our mid-range and also get our speed up to an 85, and that's gonna get us to a 95 overall on KYRIE Irving. But we're not done yet. I want more VC. It's too free. We've played like maybe 4 or 5 park games and already won like 15,000 to 20,000 VC, and there's just really no other game mode where you can get that amount of VC that quickly. And we're playing some more great defense right there, up 4-2 in this game, and we were really just flowing at this point, playing really solid. The confidence was going up on KYRIE, taking some more demanding shots, actually handling the ball a little bit. In the other games, we were kind of letting Extrovert and Cole cook up, but now we're giving the ball, keeping the ball in KYRIE Irving's hands, and it's working out. We're up 11-4, just dominating these guys. I don't even know. Sometimes when you're playing like a 5-game, 10-game streak, obviously they're good because they were able to go on that win streak, but they're really like not that crazy. They're not anything that you can just never beat them or anything like that. So if you're out there on the park, don't be scared to play those 5-game streak, those 10-game streaks, because a lot of times they're honestly just not that good. As we win that game 21-10, and that's going to be another 2,500 VC in the bank just like that. So we're getting really close to that 99 overall. Unfortunately, Extrovert did have to get off, but me and Cole were not done streak hunting yet. We saw a little 8-game on the 2s course, so we decided to try our luck. Obviously, this KYRIE Irving build is not meant for the 2s whatsoever. I would not recommend playing on it, but we're going to try out here. You see this guy's just shooting fades over us, so it's going to be really tough to get a stop unless he does something like that and sells the game, giving me and Cole the ball, and that's going to be a tough little fadeaway shot right there. 6-2, and we just cannot give the ball back to these guys. There's no chance we can do it, so we got to try and play it a little bit safe, hitting Cole right there for the nice easy 3, and I told him to just ISO up. He's on a really good ISO 6'9" LeBron build, and for some reason, if they're going to leave KYRIE wide open in the corner, I just told him to, hey, keep hitting me, and I'm going to knock him down. So he's ISOing up right now. KYRIE's just kind of spotting up. I'm letting him do his thing, and he's carrying us to a victory right now, and I'm not complaining about it whatsoever. He knocked down another midi right there. We're up 20-6, only need one more bucket now, and he does exactly that with a crazy little deep bomber shot. And just like that, we take down another streak, and that's going to be another 3,000 VC in the bank. We ended up playing a couple more 2s games on this court, but it really wasn't anything too crazy, so I'm not going to show all the games. But you see we win another game right there with 16 points for KYRIE Irving, and then we get another 650 VC from the crew bonus. And after all of those games, we're up to 7,900 VC, so we have enough to get our ball handle up to a 95, and that's going to put us at a 96 overall. So we're getting really close to 99 now, and I wanted to go ahead before we get all the VC that we needed. I wanted to go ahead and just knock out this 99 overall max potential, so I just headed back to the Street Kings court, and we're just throwing lobs over and over again. I did this for about an hour or two, you know, just watching some NFL football or whatever. It's really mind-numbing to do, I won't lie. It's very boring, but you just gotta do it. I was not trying to play 10-20 more rec games to get all of these my points, so I just got it done all on the Street Kings game mode. And you see all of these games that we played to get that 99 overall max my points earned, and we did just that. And we also got a ton of VC from playing all of those games. So just like that, we got all of the my points that we need and 14,000 VC. So we're going to go ahead and be able to upgrade to a 97 overall now, getting our close shot up to a 76. So we were really closing in on that 99 overall. And before we head back out to the park to finish up this video, I decided to get a little bit more VC just by simply playing the Street Kings game mode even more. But this time we're not throwing any lobs. I'm just getting these games done as quickly as possible. And this is probably the best way if you don't want to play any MyCareer or anything like that. You can see we're getting VC from the rewards on the Street Kings. We're already up to 8,300 VC. Just pick the shortest defender to play up against. For instance, I just played against Poster Child pretty much every single game, and I would just snatch back, shoot threes, and get these games done in like 2 to 3 minutes, get 433 VC, and we were racking up it very, very quickly, as we're already up to 12,000 VC in the account again. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade our vertical up to a 50, and that's gonna get us to a 98 overall. Now, as much as I wanted to just get this challenge done as quickly as possible and get all of the VC on Street Kings, I decided that would be a little bit boring, so I just played a couple more Street Kings game and got to like 6,000 or 7,000 VC, I think, something around there. And then there was also a new 2K TV episode that was out, so I was able to get some VC from that, and now we're at 7,400 VC, so we really don't need that much more to go. But before we go to the park, I just wanted to give you an update on my badges. We currently got lightning launch on legend handles for days, legend mini marksman. I mean, this build is looking really, really solid. We got Hall of Fame layup mixmaster along with legend dimer. I mean, the badges you get on this NBA template build for Kyrie Irving is actually pretty crazy, and it's just overall a really, really solid build. I'm happy I did this challenge with this NBA build because it's just really, really good for a small guard build, in my opinion. It is 6'1", that's the only really downside, but I mean, you're seeing the build at pretty much max potential right here, and it's just really, really good, especially if you know how to dribble. I personally, I've said it a bunch of times during this challenge, I don't really even know how to dribble that well on a 6'1" build. I just know how to get open, and if you can time the jump shot, you really don't even have to obviously use Kyrie's NBA jump shot, but even if you do, I still think this build is really, really solid. You see, we get that little layup to go, and we were just coming out here in the park dominating at a 98 overall. The guys in this game obviously weren't the best, but flashing over to John in the corner is going to give us a 16-6 lead. And now we're just trying to get some highlights, snatching back, breaking some ankles twice in one play, and then fading in the corner. I mean, if that's not enough evidence that this build is really, really good, I don't know what else to show you. Breaking his ankles again and getting the layup to go. So we're just playing it all like Kyrie right now, breaking ankles, fading away, getting layups to go. It's just really, really fun out here right now, and we just got a couple more games left to play until we get that 99 overall. And me, Country, and John did end up playing, I think it was like 8 or 9 games in this little park streak. Obviously, like I showed, we were at 7,400 VC, and I needed to get to like 13,000, I think. So we really didn't have to come out here and play too many games, as that guy hits a 40% contested shot. I'm not exactly sure about that, but what I do know is that guy just got his ankles absolutely destroyed, and we knocked down the shot. That's probably one of the better clips that we've gotten so far on this Kyrie Irving build, and that's going to give us an 8-6 lead. They're looking for another shot. This guy's feeling really good and confident after you just hit that 40%, but he misses that, and then on the fast break, you know John's going to go ahead and knock that one down. And like I said, we were just kind of dominating out here in the park. 11-8 now, looking for another bucket, and we're utilizing all of the cap breakers that we got on Kyrie Irving's driving dunk. I tried to not do too many dunks with Kyrie throughout this challenge, because I know obviously Kyrie is not really known for throwing down crazy dunks or anything like that. But I mean, when you have a 74 driving dunk on a 6'1", and especially if the dunk was there most of the time, if it was a comp game or something like that, I would go ahead and take it. But we're in a little bit of comp game right here, as John knocks down that 3 off the assist, and then he gets the steal, and we hit Country for another nice easy win. A little bit closer than it probably should have, but that's going to be another 492 BC in the bank. And luckily, we weren't really playing too many tryhards out here in the park today. A lot of the times during this challenge, we would come out here on the park, and it would be a little bit of a struggle, honestly, because like I said, we're on that 6'1" build. So when we would come out here on the park and play, you know, 6'6", 6'8" on the court, it would be a little bit of a struggle. But luckily today, we're really not having to deal with that too much, as we're ISOing up right here, trying to see what we can do, getting to the rim with another nice, easy layup. And we were cruising through this game as well. 11-6, 5 points, 2 assists. I'm trying to snatch his ankles, see what I can do, snatch it back, throwing the self lob. I mean, I was just talking about how I tried to not do many 2 dunks with the Kyrie Irving build because it's not really what he does, and then I do something ridiculous like that. But hey, we're just out here trying to have a little bit of fun, and we're doing exactly that. And we're actually having a little bit too much fun because we give up the lead and it is now 16 to 14, but it's all good because John's got us with the wide open midi right there. And then we just need one more bucket to go ahead and finish off this game. So I'm going to go ahead, snatch back, see what we can do. Snatch back once again, break his ankles, and finish this game off. That's going to be another 3-game streak, 594 VC. And like I said, we kept playing these games, went on a little bit of a streak, and we were starting to rack up the VC till we only had 2 more games left to play in this challenge. Currently shooting 78% from 3 on this Kyrie Irving build in the park, so I will take that pretty much every single time as we get that nice little layup to go, giving us a 2-0 lead. And it's going to be a 5-2 lead after John knocks down that 3 in the corner. And this kind of just shows the build. I wanted to show that pass because I was really happy with the way this Kyrie build turned out in terms of the way that it can pass while also being able to dribble really well. Obviously, a build with 95 ball handle is going to be able to cook up on offense, but having that 85 pass accuracy was really nice because I was able to throw dots all over the court to my teammates, so I didn't have to worry about always just scoring. I was confident in my ability to pass, and having an 85 pass accuracy on a point guard build is really needed. So I'm really glad that is on the Kyrie Irving NBA template build, and it makes sense. I mean, Kyrie's a really good passer in real life, and we're gonna go ahead and pass it one more time over to Country. He's stepping back, has John wide open, but he hits me for some reason. I'm like, all right, I'll shoot it. Greening that shot in the corner, 9%, and that's gonna be 525 VC. And we only need one more game to go ahead and complete this 99 overall challenge with Kyrie Irving. Country stepping back here, finding us wide open at the top of the 3-point line, knocking that one down. We got to try and play really good if this is the last game on the Kyrie build. Doing a little hesitation move, getting assist over to Country. Got to get the teammates involved as well in the last game, and we're up 6-3 now. And we got that two-way tenacity now, so we're able to play some lockdown defense. Even though we're on a 6-1 build with like 70 perimeter, Kyrie getting the block right there, running down all the way, getting that dunk to go. I mean, this just shows how well-rounded this build really is. Playing great defense, getting a block, throwing down dunks, getting a steal as well. A little flashy pass right there. Could have taken it all the way, but decided to give it over to Country, and he gets a little self-lob to go right there. So we're making highlight plays here in Kyrie's last game, trying to get some ankle breakers now with the sharpshooting takeover, going in with the nice easy dunk, and that's going to give us a 15-10 lead. Country setting a great screen, pulling that one up for 3, knocking it down, giving us 10 points for the game. And now we just need one more bucket to go ahead and complete this challenge, as this guy somehow hits a crazy shot from the top of the key. So we don't want to mess around and hit 99 on a loss, so we're going to throw it down to John and let him green that shot. And that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. 4 for 4, 2 for 2 in our last game, 594 VC. And with that, we're able to walk off the court as a 98 overall, and now we have 13,600 VC, and that is going to be just enough to get us to 99 overall on the Kyrie Irving NBA template build. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade to 99, and just like that, we have went 60 to 99 overall. Completely no money spent yet again here in NBA 2K26. But that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you guys all did enjoy. Let me know down below in the comments if you want to see me do another 60 to 99, and let me know which NBA build you would like to see me do. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up. I will see you guys all in the next one.